Hey everyone, how are we all doing today? I hope we have had or are having a wonderful week, winding down to the end of the week. Just hope things have all been going well for you. Today we are going to be doing a viewer request for. Now I'm probably going to butcher the name of this dish. It's a blue butterfly pea flour Kuih Lapis. Kuih Lapis. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation for it. And we're also going to do some red bean matcha mochi. So yeah, I hope it all goes well today, because I'm a little bit worried that one of the things aren't going to work well. Just because I've never tried this before, and the process is slowly steaming said cake over steamer. So we might have a big success, we might have a big fail. Who knows? But Ember, how are we doing? On the way home from school. Oh, drive safe, okay? I know it's a long haul for you, so please take care and stay safe. And hey, tell us, how are we doing? Hope yesterday went well for you. I know that you were busy. I can't actually remember what you were busy with, but yeah, I remember that you said you weren't able to catch yesterday's stream because you were going to be a bit busy with previous endeavors. So I hope that all went well for you. Yeah, so pretty much what I've got going at the moment is I've already got the steamer steaming away, heating up, and just getting that preemptively prepped before we actually need it. So making prototype, he came and got his hair did. Ooh, very nice. Just in the office where I don't have the freedoms. Right. I understand. But yeah, I hope work was all good for you yesterday though. But, doing good though. How about you? Doing well. Can't say that we've got too many. I don't want to. When I say you don't have too many highs, that's not a bad thing. It's just nothing overly exciting is happening. Nothing overly negative is happening. We're just in a plateau of good. We're in a plateau of good, or a plateau of chill, should we say? So that's going to be my answer for the moment. We're going to see how today goes, and then that's going to determine how the weekend is going to shape up. No, it's not. I lie. Weekend's going to be really good. Weekend's going to be really good because I'm just going to have a good old time playing Splatoon after stream. So, But yes, we are going to be using some substitute ingredients for today because I couldn't get my hand on some pandan leaves. We are going to substitute with vanilla extract or vanilla paste, whichever I choose to use at the time. I have already prepped up some red bean paste last night for the mochi, just because we would have had to cook it, we would have had to let it cool, shape it, put it in the freezer for an hour, and then use it for today. So I thought, you know what, we'll save the hassle and the hoo-ha around making the paste and just get it all prepped and ready to go. So yeah, I'm going to be starting with the Kuih Lapis, just because we're going to need that to completely cool before we can knock it out and cut it up and get it to look the way it needs to. So yeah, in that case, have a drink tonight. I was planning on. Yeah, well, it definitely was. I was actually going to message my my mates because we are doing board games tonight. So I'll probably, if we're doing it here, then of course we're going to be doing drinks and board games. So I just realized I need to go grab some tea towels. I just need to check something real quick too. Nope. I'm gonna have to figure something out with that. So you might be wondering why I looked over here and said that that's not good. I'm trialing a new camera setup. Now I know MT might pop in and say, TC, you have a problem with cameras. I say I don't have enough. But we're trialing out a new benchtop camera in the form of my phone. And the problem is whenever the source is deactivated through OBS, it drops the connection from my phone to the computer. So it's either going to be I need the camera on the whole time, or I'm going to try some fancy little trickery to get it to do what I need to. But, yeah, it's, I only figured it out today because I wasn't able to test it properly. So bear with me when it comes to the zoom in, zoom outs, and cameras on and stuff. We've also shifted around some cameras too, so the benchtop camera is now the stove camera, and that's pretty much it. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to grab some tea towels because I forgot to grab some tea towels before start. A little bit busy freshening myself up before stream today, so that's why I'm a little bit... Well, I'd like to say that that's the reason why I'm not fully prepped and ready, but let's be honest, this is just a normal occurrence. This is just the life of streaming, to be honest. It really is. It 110% is. So, what are we going to need for the Kuih Lapis today? We are going to need to also change my thing to the audio mixer too. So, we are going to need 500 grams of tapioca flour. We're going to need 180 grams of rice flour. The common theme for today is we're going to be using glutinous rice flour, just because I've used regular rice flour in the past for dango, and they didn't turn out very well. They turned out very stiff and hard, and we want these things to be soft and chewy, and when I say chewy, like, you know, soft and gummy in a sense. So we don't want it to be stiff. And whenever I've used rice flour in the past, I've noticed that it's gone more granulated and stiff. So I bought a bunch of glutinous rice flour. We're using that instead of this. I'm sure it means glutinous rice flour, but here's what it is. We're going to need 400 grams of caster sugar. We're going to need 750 ml of water. Now it says 4 pandan leaves, but we're going to substitute that, like we said before, with vanilla extract and paste, whichever one. I've got both, but we'll see which one I want to use instead. Might use the extract just because the paste is probably going to colorize the batter, maybe. But we'll see what happens. We're going to need 750 ml of coconut milk. I went and was writing down coconut water, which was not correct. It's coconut milk we need today. We need a pinch of salt and 1 tablespoon of blue butterfly pea flour powder, dissolved in 3 tablespoons of hot water. Now, let me have a little bit of a, when I say gripe, a little bit of a rant and a little bit of a TCU a dummy sort of thing. So I went online and I found a seller through Amazon, obviously, that was selling the blue butterfly pea flour powder. And I looked at it and going, okay, I could get this at the start of the week, which means we can actually go ahead and make this thing today. We can try attempt it. So we got ourselves a fancy dancy little sachet of the blue butterfly pea flour powder. Turns out that I had already purchased some in the form of blue matcha. So I'm going to do this. Titch. Camera on.
Activating binge camera.
There we go. Got the camera now. Gotta remember that the camera's over here instead of in the center. Comes in a powder. I wonder how it worked. Yeah, so I bought this. This delivery here. But it turns out I had this from when we did Stars stream, or the Bento challenge. I bought this to colorize the rice. So yeah, it turns out that I already had some on hand. So good job, TC. Good job. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we're going to need today for the Kuih Lapis. There's supposed to be some really good benefits for the what's it called? Like health benefits for the blue butterfly pea flour. Can't remember what it is, but I don't know. It just seems, I don't want to say it seems like a lot of hoo-ha and all that kind of stuff, but it's one of those uses as a, I don't think it's vitamin C, but it's one of those things. Like, it's got this in it. It's good for, you know, this aspect of your life. And I don't know. I'm not saying that it's snake oil, but it's just one of those things. It's like, it just seems like an overpriced. Yeah, this is going to be a hot take. It seems like an overpriced additive to put into your day-to-day life that might not fulfill the full effects of what people say. That's just a hot take, though. That's just a hot take. Now, what we are going to do to begin with is we are going to... It's actually pretty good that I have that there. So we are going to grease... It says grease a 20 centimeter tin, square or round. I think it says square or round, and then put it into a steamer over a pot of water. So I've got my steamer. This is the smallest tin that I've got that will fit into that steamer. So we're going to just make it with this today. Now, when it comes to greasing, my thought process is we put down some baking paper on the bottom just to be sure that it doesn't stick. So the last thing I want to do is make it looks really nice and go, oh, this looks really cool, and we're just about done. I'll let it cool, I'll let it sit, it's ready to knock out, and I can't get this thing to come out for the life of me. Like, it just will not budge, will not do anything. And it turns out that it's stuck right in, right at the bottom here-ish, and it's like, great, I had a butterfly pea drink cover, sorry, not cover, over in Thailand. It was so tasty and pretty that I had to take a picture of it. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, that's actually very interesting. I think it was only recently that I found out about this this type of tea. Obviously, because the blue matcha powder, like again, buying this stuff here for the bento challenge to color the rice blue. I could use food coloring, but I think one of the things that, so Star gave me a few photos from a bento making book that she had that had a few tips and tricks on how to color rice and how to make things into certain shapes, and what ingredients to use to get the desired effect. And that was one of them. It's like, okay, I can find that and get that in time. So yeah, what we're going to do real quick is I'm going to cut out a circle of baking paper. Now, my thought process and my question is, do we want to use like margarine for the greasing, or why doesn't, that's just because it's not too big. Yeah, do we want to use margarine for the greasing, or do we want to just use our what is it? It's olive oil spray. Where's my knife? Knife is over here. I might grab this one. Now, ooh, let me have to duck off screen again. Now, for this one here, I will be ducking off screen every now and again. I might consider turning the camera on so you can see where I'm going, but it requires us to go to the microwave a couple of times. No, that's for the mochi, not for this. Never mind. But when we get to the mochi, I might do it, so I might point it to the thing where you can see me heading off to the microwave each time. Oh. Perfect. I'll just sit that there for now. That's gonna sit nice and perfect. Nice. I said nice and perfect, nice and good into the bottom here. Yeah, perfect. Because we can't flour and grease it, because that's not going to work right. Not going to work right that way. We need to pick and choose a greasing option now and stick to it. My thought is probably just go with the olive spray. I said, because we put the baking paper in the bottom, that's going to make sure that it doesn't stick on the bottom. So in the meantime, we can grab like a spatula or just a flat knife just to score the outside. Because the idea is, if the outside gets a little bit carved up and torn up while we're trying to cut it, it's okay, because we'll probably just trim it down into a square and then get it into the size that we want. So that's going to be my thought process and the way that I'm going to cope with it not working properly in certain aspects. So, I want to do that too. I don't want the sauce to be surrounded by a red square. It's going to annoy the crap out of me. But yeah, I know what some people's plans are going to be for the weekend, and I'll sort of mention too, I probably won't be able to make Com Day, just because I have got something special lined up for tomorrow at the same time. I'll probably make mention of it later in the stream, but what's everybody's plans for the weekend? So, have we got anything exciting going on? Any special events? Any perfect. Look at that. Oh. Great thing about rice cakes is I like them very mochi. Oh, settle down, Dad. Not much, Chris. Not much. What's up with you? How are you doing today? We're just about to trial a Malaysian dessert that I've never ever seen before, never tried to make, obviously, and never actually tasted. So I'm very curious to see how it's going. But doing alright, just hanging out. Nice. Okay. No, we don't need Titch at the moment. Never mind. Never mind. There we go. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so in the saucepan, we're going to add the sugar, the water, and the vanilla extract. And then we're going to bring it to a boil. Now, where's my saucepan? Here's my saucepan. I'm going to use my medium saucepan for this. Not my small one, my medium one. My large one's being used for the steamer at the moment. New dishes are always exciting. I feel like I'm more worried per se than excited, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I want to get things right first and never fail. I want to be Mr. Awesome for everybody. So the concept of me failing, not only just IRL and elsewhere in my life, but on stream, it's very, very daunting, to say the least. But yeah. Besides all of that, it is actually very exciting to try something new. So I need you to sit to here. It was, yeah. So it's water. Yeah. 750ml water. I'd use my Pyrex cups, but a little bit more. Perfect. And I'll set this here just to make sure it's all nice and level. Perfect, Mundo. The worry part is yeah, exactly. That is a good point. That is actually a very good point. But at least they take up, or at least they take up some space in my body. Yeah. But you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. The worrying part of making sure we do a good job today is a little bit exciting too. Like, am I going to stuff up? Am I going to do good? Who knows? How much? It was 400 grams. 400 grams of. I'm going to use caster sugar today. I usually use caster sugar for all of my cooking, unless it specifies like it just. No, it is caster sugar. Never mind. It is caster sugar at the end of the day. Whenever it says use sugar, I'll use caster sugar, just because I prefer the finer powder of the caster sugar, or the finer texture. If it asks for granulated sugar, that's when I use just normal sugar. It's kind of like having a healthy amount of nerves before going on stage, like the night before your first date, or first date. First date, yeah, I would say first date would work there. But yeah, first day, yeah. It's a healthy amount of worrying. Like, I mean, unless it really makes you like physically ill and unable to properly function, in a sense. But yeah, you're 100% right, Chris. You're 100% right. So I'm not sure how much we need to substitute for the. I'm not sure how much we need to substitute for the pandan leaves, but I'm just going to guesstimate, to be honest. I'm gonna say about that. Guesstimation. It's fine. Titch. Stove camera on.
Activating stove camera.
I'm going to bring this to the boil. We're pretty much just making a simple syrup, to be honest. So camera coming in alright? Yeah. Ma. Thank you for the prime. Very much appreciated. How are we doing today? How are you doing today, Ma? Hope you're having a relaxing Friday. You're not working today, are you? I don't think you're working. You're not working Fridays at the moment, are you? Or have you been called in today? So what else can we do in the meantime? Yeah, so pretty much we just need to. Well, it says to strain and cool, so might have to put that in a bigger bowl. Well, I don't think. Look, I think it says to strain because we need to get out the pandan leaves, but we don't have any pandan leaves, so we can probably just leave it in there. I'll still transfer it to make it cool down a bit faster as well. Just to be sure. Just to be sure. Yeah, a little bit of a quick stir. I mean, I can't talk for everybody else. I think everybody else has been saying they're doing okay and doing well. Obviously, I'm doing pretty well. Do have to do a little bit of shopping over the weekend too. Might not be tomorrow. Might have to be Sunday. So we have to. I have a few cake commissions for the month of November. Might consider doing the decorations on Scream. On Scream. On stream. We'll see what happens. Because one of the ones. But why though? But why do I need to go shopping? Because commissions. I have to fulfill the commissions. But how you doing today, MT? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so we're pretty much just waiting for that. What I could do actually is weigh up the rest of the dry ingredients. That's what we can do. That's what we can do while we're waiting. Now it says tapioca flour. I'm hoping that it's the same deal with conversions and stuff. Or like, when I say conversions, like, what do you call it? Regional differences. I want to say regional differences. Like I've got tapioca starch, and I'm hoping that is it's sort of the same as corn flour and corn starch. Like we call it corn flour, America calls it corn starch. They're one and the same. So I'm hoping that the tapioca starch is the one that we need today. But is weighing measurements more common in recipes? In baking recipes, yes. In baking recipes, yes. In cooking recipes, not so much. That's one of the really big different. Like, I know you might be joking around, MT, but I just wanted to sort of point out like the big difference between baking and cooking with the required ingredients. Like when people like, I want to say that everybody can cook. Whether or not you can cook well is a different story, but everybody can cook. Baking is a little bit more complex than that. Whereas cooking you're doing your thing. I'm not always joking. Just making sure. But yeah, when it comes to cooking, you can sort of on the fly add things like you're making a sauce or roux or something like that. You have it taste like, you know what, this doesn't really taste too. Doesn't have that kick. Why don't we add this into there? Or needs a little bit more salt. We'll add some salt. We'll add a little bit more pepper. You know what will work really well? Making a tomato soup, we'll throw a capsicum in there. You know, just give it a little bit more whatever. Baking is down. Like people have worked hard to get recipes to the way they are for baking. If you turn around and go, you know what? I want this bread to go faster. Let's add 3 times the amount of yeast. It's going to stuff your dough up. It's going to stuff your dough up. Because a prime example is through work we have a line called Tiger Bread. And it's pretty much like a rice flour, like we've got a rice flour paste over the top that has yeast mixed into it, so it rises a little bit, has a darker finish when it bakes. We had a mix come in for that was just the straight rice flour, so we had to add yeast to it. Worked fine, worked perfect. Then they gave us a new mix, and we were still adding the yeast to it, but we're wondering why it was turning out so pale and it wasn't working so good. Turns out that there was already yeast in there, and they were adding more yeast to it. What that does is the yeast eats up the sugars too fast, and there's no sugar in there to give it the colorization. So, there's a little bit of food for thought. Well, I don't want to say food for thought, like that's sort of my point, what I'm trying to get at. Like, when you try add extra things into baking, sometimes it's going to undermine certain aspects of it. So, I'm trying to sound smart, is what I'm trying to do. While I weigh up my tapioca flour. This bag should be 500 grams. Oh yeah, gains, baby. Gains. 500 grams. Net weight. Net weight, that means it should be... Well, gross weight should be... Yeah, so the net weight is 500 grams. Well, no, we got 520 out of this. Oh. Sweat. Got an extra 20 grams for free, baby! Love it. This is my... I bought more glutinous rice flour today, for this stream today. Turns out that I already had a butt ton of it, so I'm just gonna sit down and make a whole bunch of mochi and possibly some dango if I can, just to use it up. Just to use it up. I need you to hurry up and boil so we can start cooling you down. Nah, we've already put a bunch of I was gonna say we could put a little bit of vanilla paste in there, but we've already put a fair bit of vanilla extract. But I don't want to overload it with vanilla and it's like, oh wow, this is a lot of vanilla. So yeah, in a large bowl, we're going to combine the tapioca flour, the rice flour, the coconut milk, and the cooled syrup. But what we're going to do in the meantime is we're just going to get the flours ready. We need 180 grams of our glutinous rice flour. Oh. Come on, 40 more grams. I wish I keep saying that I want to get a set of scales that I can display on stream so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I reckon that would be really fun. Yeah, you keep pouring. Yeah, you keep doing it. You keep doing that thing. Part of me prefers weight measurements. Saves me cleaning 500,000 measuring cups. Right, I think, okay, so that's, so that was somewhat the question you were asking, sorry. Sorry. Oh, itchy nose. Itchy nose. So I do prefer weigh measurements. I'm the same with you. Like I want to make sure that everything is to the point. Oh, sorry, got really itchy nose today. I do prefer the weighing measurements because for me it's more precise measurements. When it comes to cups, so the cup is the volume, and it is harder to clean cups and spoons and all that kind of jazz. But I don't know, I just get a bit more satisfaction out of knowing how much of what is going in there instead of... It's more so like butter. A cup of butter, you gotta... I think Aussie don't measure their weights? Oh, wow. Hey, buddy. Is that what I want? Out of here. Pow. I do. I do weigh my measurements, but when it comes to cups, I can understand and get behind the simplicity of cups. Like you have like a cup of this, a cup of that, a cup of that. half a cup of this, it's a little bit easier to do. Instead of what we're doing here is like, let me get my old weight scales. So I put the, how much do I need? I need 500 grams. So I put my 500 gram weight on this side, and then I'll put my 500 grams of powder over here. That's a little bit over the top. The cups make it a lot simpler. It's just, I would use cups for powders and liquids, not for viscous. I don't like using it for viscous substances like maple syrup, golden syrup, honey, all that kind of stuff, corn syrup. I don't like using it for that. Or solids. Please just tell me how much it weighs. Flours and liquids, I can get behind. I hate washing dishes. I would say that you're still washing the same amount of dishes. Much like this here, we've put all of our dries into one container, right? If I were to do this in cups, I just use the same cup again. So I'm recycling the cup, so I don't have to wash it. Get some work done. So you obviously, how you doing, Tells? Sorry, I don't know if I am. Cross-contamination. Cross-contamination only works when it comes to meat products, okay? Okay, that's not true. Also comes to certain powdered products as well. But if you know that if you're catering to somebody who has celiacs, Ron Hill 21, welcome to the Shark Tank. I hope you enjoy your stay here. How you doing? How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. You got sugar in my flour. See, that's the thing. You're going to be putting the sugar and the flour into the mix itself. The cross-contamination comes down to if you're dealing with somebody with celiac disease or with something else. If you are not supposed to have a certain powdered product into the product, you're going to be catering to that person anyway. But it's all going in there at the same time. Cross-contamination only really occurs when you're dealing with cooked meat and raw meat. Okay? That's my hot take. But walking may be pain. Ooh. Yeah, well, that's because you did a 13k run the other day. You goddamn beast. You goddamn beast. But I hope you're doing well today. I'm backwards today. You're walking backwards? That's a little weird. You got peanut butter on my chocolate. You got chocolate on my peanut butter. I'm just going to give this a quick stir. I'm still really mad about that silicone whisk we had the other day. I'm really mad about that because they sold me that under the pretenses of it being a silicone whisk, but it was a metal whisk with silicone coating. I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay, so we bring that to the boil, then we turn it off, and then I'm going to put that in. Which bowl are we going to do? And I do that with knives. After cutting my veggies, I cut the meats. Nevertheless, never the other way around. So you cut the veggies, then you cut the meats. Right. Yep. Yeah, cross-contamination really, it's just down to cooked meats and raw meats. So when you, I think more so chicken too. So if you cook raw, also if you cut raw meat with a knife and then you cut cooked meat with a knife, that's where the cross-contamination comes into play. There's also storage as well. So if you have raw meat sitting above cooked meat, there's the possibility of, stuff dropping down onto the cooked meat, and then you're gonna... I got some onion juices on my meat. I mean, we've coated meat in chopped onion before. I can't really see that that's too bad of a situation, but still. But still. Right, we are going to transfer this into a bowl of some kind. I'm going to put it into the medium. Medium? Yeah, put it into the medium bowl. Just to help that cool down a little bit quicker. Do something a little bit silly too? We'll do something a little bit silly too. Let's give it a chill bath. So I'm just going to fill the sink up with some cold water. I'm going to sit the bowl in there and hope for it to cool down a bit quicker. So, the new emote. That is adorable. That is adorable. There are actually new emotes that we can use today. If you have access to Better Twitch TV, I think there's 4 new emotes that we can use. So if you use Pet Shark with capital P and capital S, we have a Pet Shark emote. We've got TC Not Impressed. that one there's actually my favorite. That one there's actually my favorite. Just a very old photo of myself. Right, let's weigh up our coconut milk as well. It's actually pretty good because I had a tin of coconut milk from a previous stream that I didn't. Maybe someday I'll try it. Well, you can still try it out. You can still type it in. You won't be able to see it, but we'll see it. Where did I put? Ah, that's where I put it. Like, where did I put the? Yeah, Pet Shark. So I'm quite certain the probably don't need to shake these up, but I'll shake them up anyway, just to make sure that. Cool. I've thought about trying to change up the chat boxes too, because I've seen a few people have chat boxes where if you just post an emote, it posts the emote nice and big. Go blast! Okay, Jimmy. I have a work meeting soon. Or big off. I hope the work meeting goes well. Good luck. Don't think you'll need the luck anyway. I'm pretty sure you've got this. I'm pretty sure you've got it. It's just probably a routine meeting anyway. But thanks for dropping by. Hope to see you soon. Hope to see you soon. So we're going to need 170 mil. Tech. How we doing? Although it's very small. Yeah. Like I said, I've seen other people use chat boxes where the emotes, like if you just type in emote and nothing else, it will enlarge it for everybody to see better. I do want to invest in that, but I'm also not sure where to find them. But how are we doing, Tech? How was your production the other day that you were 25 minutes early to? Afternoon. You in a different time zone? 7:50 is what we're after. It's a lot. We're going to be making a lot of. Why is this one chunky? That's my question. I bought this one the other day. Should be. Yeah, it's still good for a while. Come on. Should be fine. It's a good thing I bought another 10. Oh, just had enough. What's my other thing I want to do? I want to grab a whisk too. Back in the States. Naruhodo. Give this a stir in here as well. I could throw some ice in here, making an ice bath, but so the other thing too is Tells. You can use these emotes in the Discord too. So they're not just limited to Twitch. All of my Better Twitch TV emotes are available in the Discord too. Oh, it's going well. Nice. Was it yesterday? I think it was Was it? I'm already mucked up on my times. Also, like what's just happened for this last week, because I can't remember what day it was, but I remember you said that you had to jump on stage for. But you were 25 minutes early, sitting on stage in an uncomfortable bow tie, which that there's a... Oh, that's something else we could do in the meantime. We can get our blue matcha powder stuff ready and going. There you get that sorted. 1 tablespoon to 3 tablespoons it was. Whoop. Hopefully it's going to be a big enough receptacle. Hopefully. So I need that too. How about you sit over there? You sit there. There we go. There we go. Cinematic. Doesn't need to be hot, I guess, but I'll still do this. Maybe whisk it up with a fork. Would be cool if they were a bit bigger, but they're fine. Yeah, well, I can't do anything about the size of them, to be honest. Don't need to check Discord, by the way. Yeah, it's all good. But just let you know. So if you want to use them elsewhere besides Twitch, you can use them in the Discord. So yeah. What can we do in the meantime while we wait for this? So I'm gonna say these are the bowls we're using for the. Excuse me. Yeah, so they're the bowls we'll be using to. So pretty much what we're going to be doing here, right, is blue. I got blue kitchen. So once this syrup is cooled down, we're going to make a batter. We're going to divvy up half of the batter thematic. Tell us use the mogatry. Yeah, we're going to make this batter. We're going to divvy it up half and half. We're going to have one just stay as the white powder. And then we're going to add a couple of teaspoons of the pea flour extract that we're going to make now to color the other one. Then we're going to layer it in our pan and steamer. Steam it for a couple of minutes, then add the next layer, steam it, next layer, steam it, next layer, steam it. We're going to finish on a white layer. Then we're going to add more powder to the blue batter. Get it really blue. Finish it off on the blue. Finish it off with the steam. Take it off. Let it sit. Let it chill. While it's chilling, we'll get back to we'll start doing the mochi. So that's going to be the game plan for today, and don't need that to fully boil up. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Done. Let's dissolve that up.
Nice, nice.
It is nicer, nicer. Made it more of a paste than anything. Now we're gonna have to be very careful with this because this seems like it's gonna be very it's gonna stain very easily. It's like one of those natural food colors. BRB, take your time, it's all good. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, just gonna make sure that's not too hot for me to, yeah, I'm gonna say that's pretty good. Pretty good, so we'll sit that aside, get our teaspoon ready. So we're gonna add 3 teaspoons of this to the blue batter. How are you doing? You're warm, but you're not cold. I'm gonna be making a lot of batter. Let's just let's be honest there. I probably could have halved this recipe. There's a lot of batter. So we're also gonna have to judge how much we put in too. So going by the picture, they put 200 ml at a time, which I'm not sure how we're going to judge 200 ml. Besides if we put it into, well, not even, because it's going to be a batter. We're going to have to just guesstimate. I think we'll just have to guesstimate. Never have. But then, what am I going to do with all this excess batter? I mean, what I could do... No. Well, maybe. Nah. That's good. Well, we could still. Like, we could also cook and eat. Well, that's the thing. I was actually thinking if it was safe to do so, I could put like a glass into the steamer and then steam the stuff into the glass and make one that I don't have to take out, but still have that layered aspect. That could be a good backup plan if the actual cake slice aspect doesn't work out. Okay. I've got a few glasses we could use too, some nice straight edge glasses that might look really nice. So, okay, that's an alternative for just in the worst case scenario. If we need one to look really nice, we can do it like that, because sure, you can have one that's going to be a nice perfect slice and it's going to be really pretty and more of a pâte foie than an actual like cup dessert, but I'm not against turning things that are supposed to be slices into cups. What's one that my auntie does? My auntie does a Bailey's cheesecake that she puts into like Bailey's glassware, and well, what did she use? I think she uses ginger snap for the base. Like she just crushes up a ginger base, ginger snap, doesn't add any butter or stuff. It's just a crumble on the bottom. Then she puts the Bailey's cheesecake on top, and then she puts some other, like chocolate and crackle, or like toffee crackle on top as well. And that's really nice. It's very effective as well, visually anyway. But Now, in saying all this too, I might be a little bit, well, let's just say, haste, and use this syrup, even though it's still a bit warm. Does it say? It says like to cool. It doesn't say cool completely. It doesn't say cool completely. It's warm. Ooh. Ooh. Very vanilla-y. I like it. I'm just gonna run with that, to be honest. I reckon that'll be fine. So let's use a big bowl. Big bowl. Big bowl for big boys and girls and non-binary people. I gotta. It was easier to navigate the old camera because the camera was Titch. Stove camera off.
Deactivating stove camera.
We don't need it on at the moment. It was easier to navigate that one because the camera was like right in the center here. Now the camera's over here, and I've got to remember that the camera's to offset. Okay. You know what? I don't remember. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt to this now too. Just a little thing of that. So I don't actually remember it saying add the salt anywhere. I would have written it down, to be honest, because I wrote it down this morning. But yeah, so we're going to combine the tapioca flour, the rice flour, the coconut milk, and the cooled syrup. Mix well until smooth. So we're just going to do that now. Into the big bowl. Hopefully it's all going to fit in here. Coconut milk. Whoop. And syrup. Just wipe the bottom of that down. Lots of batter. That's a lot of batter. What have I done? What have I got myself into? It should reduce down. Hopefully. Here's to believing. We should have got the electric beater, to be honest. No, because it's going to be very messy if we do that. See, this is where we probably should have put the liquids in first and then the powder on top. Because I can feel the powder still on the bottom. We want to make sure that all the powder is... This is very runny. 750ml water. 750ml. Hang on. Doesn't really seem like much of a batter to me. It seems more like a... I can stop by on my way back to... I'll get rid of some. Well, there's always that. I'll just give you the batter straight up. you can cook it yourself when you get back to your place. Yeah, I would have thought the batter would be more like pancake batterish. This is... Well, I mean... Just hope for the best, eh? It says to take... So this is probably going to be like 2 odd liters, so... Ah, well, I guess that's pretty much it for that. I'm gonna have to mix into this one, to be honest. Oh, wait, no, what am I doing? I can just drain this, give this a rinse. Use the bigger bowls for the process. Besides, it had the syrup that was in there beforehand, so it's going to be all good. Now, can I have another hot take as well? I think the colour of coconut milk is not that pleasant. There, I said it. I think it's a weird colour. Like, why is it grey? Why is it grey when all of the pictures on here, all of the pictures on here, picked it being white? Alright. What was I doing here? I was going to mop up some of the mess here. And then... my thought was probably... ladle. Oh, it is a big kitchen and a commercial... Hang on. A big kitchen of a commercial cook, so it has a very large oven and stove, 6 burner. Wow. Okay, not gonna lie, kind of jelly. Kind of jelly. Alright, so I'm going to take the whisk out here. I'm going to ladle 500 at a time. Yeah, I'm really hoping this works. Just... If all else fails, the mochi's going to be the saving grace. I don't know what universe you would call this a batter. Oh, there till Wednesday though. Damn. Well, you should have said you were staying at Tony's place, man. I would have loved to visit Tony again. Tony's got a good kitchen. My mate Tony. Let me use his kitchen one year. I think was it this year? Special Sunday stream? No, I have to work Sunday, unfortunately. But I don't really do Sunday streams because I still have to work. Alright, so pour out a liter of the batter into a medium bowl. Yes, yes, yes. Add 4 teaspoons of the pea flour extract, mix well, set aside the remaining batter. So, yeah, here, scrub mummy. I don't need you on the table anymore. But 4 teaspoons. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Blue. Okay. Yes, fitting. Very fitting. So what I'm going to do now too is I'm going to put in our tin. get that heated. Now, one of the things I was very worried about with all this, first off, Titch, stove camera on.
Activating stove camera.
The cool thing about this is I can hyperextend that so we can somewhat see the upgrades, people, upgrades. We can somewhat see the steaming process. Good call, TC. I still got to figure out this though. Yeah, I was trying to get a what do you call it? A tin that would fit into the steamer well, because I was very worried because well, I'd have the 6 inches the smallest tin I've got, and that's the biggest steamer I've got. It fit perfectly, but the other problem I had too was the it would sit flat onto the bottom of the steamer. Now, it's perforated on the bottom so you can get the steam to come through. I didn't want to have that sit directly on the bottom. Yo, Spartan! Thank you for the resub. Thank you for 6 months of support in the frenzy. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. 6 month gang. 6 month gang. Gang. Nice. How are we doing today, Spartan? I hope we're doing well. We are currently hoping for the best, expecting the worst. Wondering if we're going to drop the bomb or not, because we are forever young. You good? It's great to hear. It's great to hear. So, it just seems too thin for it to be a successful batter, but look, maybe the steaming works. I'm going to give it 10 minutes of steaming. It says to... So, all right, let me explain the process. So, we are going to... So we're going to start with 200 ml or a certain amount of the blue batter. We're going to steam that. It says to steam that for 8 minutes. Then we're going to do a layer of the white batter. In that for 8 minutes. Blue batter, 8 minutes. White batter, 8 minutes. Blue batter, 8 minutes. White batter, 8 minutes. When the white one is the last one we do, then we add more coloring to the blue batter and then finish that off for another 8 minutes. But for the sake of saying this, I'm going to steam them for 10 minutes at a time because I don't have an 8-minute timer. Then set up an 8-minute timer because I am lazy. And I just want to make sure that it is actually cooked. So my thing will be, if I pour this in, then I pour the next one in and it starts to mix the color into the thing, then it's just going to be scrapped and I'm not going to worry about this. Because I don't know how I am going to salvage or redeem the thing for this. So let's kick it and rip it, shall we? Titch. Oven camera on.
Activating oven camera.
I really need to change the names of these. I'm thinking about doing like camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, possibly a camera 4, because I do have a 4th camera in the wings that we could use. We do have camera 5, but camera 5 is in the study and will forever be in the study because it requires a USB-C connection, and I think that's dumb. I mean, I could bring it out and have 5 cameras in the kitchen. What angles I would have 5 cameras, I am not sure, but... Okay. I think we just... Never mind. I think we just kick and rip it. We'll do about 5 mil. Always one in the fridge. If I was able to power this one here, or power a phone in the fridge, we could do one in the fridge. But then again, now you got me thinking, because that would, nah, it's all good. Okay, we're gonna kick and rip it. Let's do it. Let's hope for the best, eh? 3, 2, 1, speed run, let's go. I'm gonna give this a quick whisk, just because it's still got the blue lumpies in there. do I want to... You know what I might do, actually? What I might do quickly, just to be sure... is... a joke, though, becomes a real thought. Interesting. It's more so, like, Camel has a camera in his fridge. I was thinking, oh, wait a minute, we could do that as well and just copy Camel. But it's like, well, my fridge tool of Redeem, I go through everything and explain what I've got. Whereas his is just like, oh, check it out. I've got various jars of things. Various jars of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to ladle this into here now. Yeah. So we can get a nice smooth finish. Oh. DC. Your big brain thoughts sometimes even surprise myself. Okay. Alright, let's kick it and rip it, baby. No time like the present. Let's go. Okay. Start a 10-minute timer.
Okay, starting 10-minute timer.
Actually worked out very well. And then that one's going to be the next one. I'm just going to make sure that that is steaming. That is steaming. Just wipe this down for a second and check the message. Have it on a shelf. Have it on a shelf, saving. Also, when we see you in the fridge, where the fridge tour still works. Nah. Well, again, that's the problem I'm having at the moment with this one. So when I deactivate the camera for this, and I also got to play around with some settings too, because that should be doing 60 frames. That should be like full high quality stuff, and I'm pretty sure the camera's pretty good for it. But I have no idea what saving or was supposed to be. Yeah. What were you supposed to say? I think is the question. But yeah. So yeah, 10 minutes and then the next one. While that's doing that, let's have a look and see what we're going to need for the Matcha Mochi. So the Matcha Mochi is actually going to be really nice and simple. We're going to need some red bean paste, which we have made before, and we have divvied up and frozen into little droplets. Try and mold these a little bit more before we actually use them. We are going to need a cup of glutinous rice flour. See, this is where MT is going to be upset, because this one's pretty much just cup. Yeah, so a cup of glutinous rice flour. We're going to need a teaspoon of matcha powder. We're going to need a cup of water, a quarter of a cup of sugar, and corn flour for dusting. And initially what we're going to be doing is, so we've got our red bean paste divvied up, frozen, and ready to go. We're going to mix the rice flour and the matcha thoroughly in a microwave safe bowl, which I'm going to be using the small bowl, which is this one here. And then we're going to stir in the water and the sugar until smooth, and mix until smooth. Then we're going to be going back and forth to the microwave. We're going to microwave for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to we're going to like stir it around for a bit, and then we're going to give it another 15 to 30 seconds. And then after that, we're going to throw some corn flour onto the table. We're going to pinch a bit out. We're going to roll it a lot into the corn flour so it's not sticky and sticking to our hands. Roll it into a ball, flatten it out. Then we're going to grab some of our red bean paste, fold it up, pinch it, put it into a cupcake liner. Now, my question is, which ones are we going to use today? We're going to use some fancy, pretty colored ones. We're going to use some green ones, or we're going to use some white ones. They're not going to be this big. These are just the only size I've got. That's the only size I have, unfortunately. So, yeah. That's pretty much what it's going to be for the Matcha Mochi. It's going to be nice and easy and simple, and yeah. Like I said, it's just the Kuih Lapis. It's going to, I'm just very super duper anxious. Super duper anxious. So, because I'm definitely getting behind the whole steaming process as a form of cooking. What was it? It was I think it was the steamed bun. So the Spirited Away stream that Proto suggested. That was actually the first time I actually did proper steaming as cooking, and more so steaming something to become dry, and that really spun me out. And I was very surprised about it, because I always thought, like, if you steam something, you're just cooking it and making it sort of soft and moist and mushy. But yeah, I didn't actually realize that you could steam bread products or flour products that way. So, hey, but how we are looking for time? It looks like 5 minutes. What could I do? You know what we could? So now, see, my thought process now at the moment is I'm getting into a bit of work mode. Like, okay, we've got this steaming. What can we do in the process to start up the next dough? What can we what can we do to start up the next product? Well, this is doing this. All right, let's get the dries for this one going. Let's get the dries for that one going. It's like, no. Sit and chill. Sit and chill. Listen to this soft, relaxing music. Maybe do a little bit of cleaning. Rinse some dishes. Rinse some dishes first. Get that going. Get these out of the way. Woo. Get them in my recycling tub. But what are some things I can discuss and talk about? I'm super excited for the new Pokemon game to come out. I think that's pretty neat. The game's already been leaked, and I've gone pretty well as to be not spoiled on the whole new lines that are going to be in the game. But I want to talk more so about Sonic Frontier, or Frontiers. So that came out, for me, that came out at a really weird time. So most big title launches come out on a Friday. They come out on a Friday, whereas Sonic came out on a Tuesday, and I thought that was a little bit weird. But then I see people review it and their experiences with the game. It looks good. It looks like they've gone in a good direction for the Sonic franchise, but it also does, spoiler alert, the new Pokemon games contain Pokemon. It's what the Pokemon look like. Okay? What the Pokemon look like. There's 2 new forms of Donphan. There's 2 new forms of Donphan. There's a really old and badass looking one, and then there's a futuristic Donphan. He looks weird and silly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, there's brand new Pokemon that I want to not be spoiled on what they look like, because I want the... It's a bit of an ew, and it's a bit of a, okay, this is weird, so... It's hard to explain. It's got like a... So it's a futuristic Donphan. And it's supposed to be like an iron tread. So... like its snout sort of goes over its head, and look there, its face is like a LCD screen. It's like, this is bonkers, absolutely bonkers. I'm super excited, super keen to check out what it's all about, but on my terms. So, but yeah, my thought process more so is like with Sonic at the moment, because I'm a big Sonic fan. Like, I actually grew up watching the, it wasn't the storyline Sonic cartoon, it was like the episodic, you know, silly ha-has everyday style one, and my first proper Sonic game was Sonic Adventure 2, of all things. Like, it's not so much I skipped, I just didn't have access to any of the Sonics until Adventure 2. and I adored the crap out of that. Like, me and my brother played that for hours. We beat the story, we beat the campaign, and then we would go to the Chow Garden and raise the chows, and then to get the items to make the chows better at certain attributes, we'd play the levels again, and we'd just keep playing it and playing it. It's why I was able to beat the game in 3 streams. I think that worked out to be 6 hours. Sure, it's not something to cry home about. It's like, oh, 6 hours, speedrunners can do it in an hour. It's like, but this is me, okay? This is me we're talking about. Okay, so while the timer is about to finish up, I'm going to pour the next layer into our tin. Oh, okay. We might have something going here. Hard, like I said, it's hard to tell just how much I'm actually putting in there. I might actually put a little bit more, to be honest. Just Titch, stop the timer.
Okay, stopping the timer.
Titch, start a 10-minute timer.
Okay, starting 10-minute timer.
So this song here, it's just like, wait a minute. I've heard this song through this playlist before, but we just heard it recently. It's in Pokemon. We found somebody who said, you know, I composed a song, do you want to hear it? And then they started playing this song, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, I've heard this song before. I'm pretty sure this is where I heard it originally. Well, I heard it through X and Y first, but it's just like, you know, oh, okay, it's a cool song. But then listening to this playlist, it came back, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I remember this song. But this is actually exceeding my expectations at the moment. My problem, though, so here's my gripe and my rebuttal with all of it. I feel like we may have put too much blue food extract in the blue one to begin with. I think it's a little bit too blue to like at the moment already. That's just my thought. But yeah, we could have made it a little more pale. But obviously adding another teaspoon is going to make it darker. Hopefully makes it darker again. I'm hoping to be super dark, but... You know, I probably should. You pointed that out. Usually I don't. Because I show my respects to the fallen soldiers in sort of my own way. I have had somebody, I don't want to say belittle me, but try to make me seem like a worse person than what I am. Because I was silent, but I still was doing my job at work, because unfortunately I can't really stand around for a minute and do nothing, because doughs rise, yeast doesn't wait for no one, and ovens sort of need, like, stuff needs to come out of the oven. Yeah! It's not really that beautiful, to be honest, but how are we doing, JST? Are we doing well? So yeah, I've had somebody sort of like, you know, oh, you're so disrespectful, and so I was like, look, I can't stop what I'm doing at the moment. I need to get this dough done. I need to get this stuff out of the oven. So that's pretty much my thing at the moment. So we'll see what happens at the time. I might be busy in the process of something, or, you know, having a big old rant for some reason. But yeah, it's the vocal side that is the meaningful bit as far as I'm concerned. That is, yeah. Well, that's sort of my thing too. Like, I wasn't making too much noise, but yeah, she was sort of like, you know, oh, you're supposed to stay still and stay silent. And it's just like, I can't. Okay, you can tirade and all you want on that process, but you're just packing rolls, all right? This stuff ain't waiting for nobody, okay? My bad that I had to come in this vehicle at the wrong time. That's all good. It's all good. I'll let you know at 10:59. But it's your choice. No pressure from me. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We'll see what happens. Like if I'm in the middle of a big rant or a big discussion, it's like yeah. It's like we'll see. Done. But how are we doing, JST? I hope we're doing well. We're currently making a layered gelatinous cake, and it's exceeding my expectations so far. We have to wait another 5 minutes to put the next layer on. So it's going to be a little bit of a waiting process, a little bit of a slow burn. Doing good? It's great to hear. It's great to hear. I'm doing well. I'm actually doing quite well. It is the weekend. It's the weekend. I've got some mates coming around for board games tonight. I'm going to have a few more drinks. I'm going to play Splatoon. I'll also sort of point out too that I'll be doing a... I want to say doing a stream. I'm debating on whether or not I actually stream myself, but me and Danny are going to be doing Splatfest together. We're both on the same team, so we're going to represent Team Grass for the Splatfest. I'm still debating on whether or not I actually want to stream myself alongside with Danny, or if I just want to jump onto her stream and do something with her. Obviously, I'll let people know through Discord and possibly Twitter at the time about the my thought process and what I'm thinking. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing this weekend. It's the weekend and you're cooking. Well, yeah, like this is the one day of the week that I get off. Oh, sorry, I get 2 days off a week, obviously, because it's a weekend. And this is the best time for me to do cooking because a lot of people that follow the channel are free at this time, and it's the start of my day too. So, I start at 9 AM. Finish it around lunchtime. I sit down and watch a few people after stream and support some other streamers as well. And then I sometimes, most likely, always eat what I've made on stream. And then yeah, I just chill after that. But can't name something better. Or I would say a weekend out of town, not having to worry about work, stream, social pressures, anything. Maybe going camping up in the mountains, maybe going to the beach. My dream thing at the moment would be going overseas, somewhere else. I was thinking about going to New Zealand, maybe hitting America, see what America's got going. Me and my mate were planning a trip to America 2019 before the world shut down. No, it was 2020. It was 2020? No, 2019. Yeah. When did the world shut down? 2020 or 2019? Now I'm confused. I think it was 2020. 2020 is when it shut down. 2019 is when... Yeah. So we planned at 2019. And then when we were about to do it, everything shut down in 2020. We didn't plan anything, which was good. So we didn't lose any money or any progress on whatever. And yeah, a pin on going overseas has just been stuck in that idea, and we haven't really spoken too much about it, and I do want to do that again. But 2020 was lockdowns. I thought so, yeah. A Christmas getaway? Yeah, Christmas getaway, that's true. An Easter getaway is pretty good too. Well, at least for us, because Easter's around autumn-ish, so you don't get the extremely hot weather, but you also don't get the extremely cold weather. But now that was another thing too. I was debating on doing that area as well, seeing what Scotland's got to offer, UK, go to Ireland. People suggested to do a Euro trip, or some people suggested to do a Kentucky tour over Europe. But I don't know about you guys. I'm not a big fan of Kentucky tours. I think Kentucky tours are a little bit too rushed. I've never been on one, but from what I've heard from other people and from what I've seen online and other media and stuff, they seem very rushed. Like, get on the bus, we're going here. Get off the bus, check the thing out, gotta be on the bus by this time. Get on the bus, we're going to this place, and then everybody just gets drunk at the end of the day. And then the next day, everybody's seedy and doesn't really pay attention to the next place, and then it'll start the cycle all over again. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Whereas I'm more of a, I want to set my own criteria. I want to choose where I want to go. And for the most part, I want to get lost. I want to get lost. I want to just go to a town, see what's got to offer, and just walk around. Because sometimes you find a really cool, like, little small shop. So my thing was, so like my before we do that, Titch, stop the timer.
Okay, stopping the timer.
Let's get the next layer on. Oh crap! I was supposed to mix these between layers. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Titch, start a 10-minute timer.
Okay, starting 10-minute timer.
I'd do that. Just use that one and mix between the two. If I lived in Australia, I would want to go to Japan as it's closer than it is to the UK. Honestly, a lot of people I know just want to go to Japan because it's a pretty cool place. It really is a cool place. For me, I'm just a big weeb, so I like checking out Akihabara and all the anime stuff and all the other culture, like the shrines and stuff. But yeah, so my story was going to be, so I went and stayed in Kyoto, and there was there was a temple. There was a pretty famous temple. It's one that's got like a huge balcony that was used for performing arts back in the olden times. So I'm trying to think of what the names were, like the Edo era and stuff like that. And I didn't want to pay for a bus trip there, so I decided to walk. Now I walked about 8Ks that day to get to this place. It was either 5 or 8. No, it wasn't 5Ks. It was either 8 or 10Ks. It was a long hike. I found just like little shrines off to the side. I found some, nice town areas and stuff. Just, checking out how the locals sort of, what their digs look like. I'm old, so usually when I go for a walk, I'm sticky beaky in people's houses and stuff. But that's just me. It's like, oh, I didn't check out that place. It's pretty nice. It's a little nice looking yard. But before I got to this temple, I found a little cafe, and it was a bear themed cafe. So they had teddy bears everywhere. And I got a curry dish that was, so it was a curry, but then they had the rice sort of shaped like a bear face. It was supposed to be like a bear in a blanket, and it's like, oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. I took a photo of it. I should post it in the Discord to show people. It's like, this is the bear dish I got in Japan. But it was just a nice little neat thing. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna go for a walk and get lost, and you find some really nice, awesome, cool things in the process. Like, you don't find that kind of stuff with a Kentucky tour because they're just going to take you straight to the venue and go, there's a cafe there, there's a restaurant there, if you want some food, go over there, and it's usually overpriced too. Whereas the small backstreet ones, it's like, oh, cool. But the Tokyo underpass looks cool, and it looks cool at night. Yeah, it does. Their train system is amazing. Help! What happened? What happened? What can I do? I feel like I'm not going to be very much of a help, but you'll be in the UK next. Ooh, exciting! Probably miss Japan next year, but I will soon. You finally go to the UK. That's cool. That's cool. Looks like someone's in your house. Oh, hang on. Looks like someone's look in someone's house. Oh, what are they cooking? Yeah. So, oh, what are you cooking? Your mash is going brown. All that's in the pan is the butter and potatoes. How? You don't have to mash over the heat, do you? So you steamed the. So tell me the process you've done so far. because obviously you've peeled, steamed. It sounds like you browned the butter. Yeah, it's like if you've got it in the pan over the heat still, it sounds like you're actually cooking the mash still. It's on medium heat, right? So, just take it off the heat, because for me personally, when I mash potatoes, I steam them until they're nice and soft, take it off the heat, stick it in the pot, and mash it off the heat. Because it sounds like what you're doing at the moment is you're continuing to cook it, and that's why it's turning brown. The butter that's in the pan at the moment is going brown and cooking, obviously, and that's what's causing it to go brown. So I'd say take it off the heat. The heat alone from when you've just mashed it should be enough to keep it warm when you're finished. That's my TC help for you. Hopefully that works. Hopefully that works. Woo! Man, it's waiting. But I'm actually super surprised. Like every time, so not only that, the white aspect went a little bit clear. So that's one thing to take away. Like I'm not sure how well it's portraying through the camera, but the white layer is somewhat starting to go a bit clear, which was pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. I actually forgot, I was supposed to mix it before, like every time I put a new layer of the mix in, I've got to mix it first, and it's obviously to make sure that it's not separating like the color and all that kind of stuff. So what my thought is, I might go white, blue, white, blue, white. I know it's going to be a long time. It's just a slow process, I think it is. Like it's 8 minutes at a time. So I might do another couple of layers, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to finish on a white, so then we put more of the blue food color in there. Yeah. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. And that's sort of making me think maybe I should. Now, one of the annoying things about this is this tripod has a spirit level in it, so now I'm going to be super pedantic about, is it level? Well, I am making blue butterfly Pea Kuih Lapis. I'm definitely not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. Exclamation recipe in the chat, wherever it is, will give you the spelling of it. Pretty much it's a glutinous rice cake. What mochi? We are making matcha red bean paste mochi. So I've got some red bean paste that I made up yesterday that are shaped into the filling size that we want. And then I'm just going to be making some mochi base with green tea powder or matcha. And yeah, I'm not focusing on that one just yet because I want to make sure that this is done, it's pulled out, it's set aside, and is ready to go. I thought it had ice cream in it. It can have a variety of different fillings. So you can have red bean paste, you can have ice cream, you can have something else. But look, for the most part, people do put ice cream in there. For me, because I'm probably not going to eat them straight away, I don't want the ice cream to melt. And sure, I know you can just put them back in the freezer when you're done and stuff, but I'm assuming red bean paste is savory. It is sweet. It is actually sweet. So the process of making the red bean paste is you use adzuki beans, or just red beans. I have some that are already pre-cooked in a tin. I puree them with a tablespoon of caster sugar and a tablespoon of brown sugar and 80 grams of butter. And I put that in a processor last night and pureed it to a nice smooth form. Then I put it back onto the stove and cooked it until it reduced down back to a more viscous paste. Then I let that cool, and then I scoop them out, and I'm going to show you the. I hear rain. Just be wary if we drop out. But, yeah, so these are the red bean filling things right here. I'll pull them out a little bit closer to the time, but I'm surprised you didn't go with. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go with. This is what I made earlier. I did that with a cake not too long ago. I actually did that with a cake not too long ago. what cake was I making? I was making my birthday cake. Was it my birthday cake? It was. It was like, what cake was I making? I was making the Fantasia cake from Fairy Tale. And I did that. I made a cake the day before, and I've gone, here's the cake. We make the cake batter. We put it in the oven. Oh, check it out. Here's one I prepared earlier. So we have done a TV Magic thing in the past. It looks like we are... Yeah. Titch. Stop the timer.
Okay, stopping the timer.
Next layer. And the next one. Titch. Start 8-minute timer. No, I'm an idiot. Start a 10-minute timer.
Okay, starting 10-minute timer.
Okay, so I'm thinking one more blue, one more white, and then, yeah, so we'll do 3 more layers. 3 more layers, and then that's just going to be it. All the excess, I will try to work into something else. Yeah. I would definitely not do a here's what I've done earlier for the mochi, because yeah, I don't think that would be very entertaining. It's like, I'm going to be making mochi, but I've already made some before. Maybe if I do get around to like editing YouTube videos. I need to upload a few videos at the moment. Oh, I need to edit one too, to be honest. When we did the cooking collab with Belle, I accidentally cut the stream in half because of a joke, and I need to stitch that back together. And then there's all the disconnects we had through there as well. It's like, yeah, I probably should go through and cut them out so it's not just me cussing and swearing while I'm walking around my house, because I was still recording in the process, but it's also just trying to find a good editing program as well that's not going to cost me, you know, my firstborn. Because, you know, Adobe. Now, small part of me thinks that I should actually start... No, that's Spider Cider. That's going the wrong way. You see, and this is stupid Melbourne weather, okay? It was just raining before. Okay? I was worried that it was going to be raining, and it was going to knock out the internet. Now the sun is out. Melbourne, get your crap together. Come on. I mean, seriously. Alright, so let's start getting our mochi somewhat started. This is the best form of matcha paste, or matcha powder I can get my hands on at the moment. It's just individual packets of... I think Sony has a decent video editing software, not sure on the coast. So yes, Vegas Pro... I need to... What do I need to do for Vegas Pro? I need to wait for it to go on sale. Because Vegas Pro goes on sale a lot, often. Where am I looking for? I'm looking for a small container that I originally had some matcha powder in. Red! No. Oh, yo! Nadine! Hi! How we doing? Hope we're doing well. Oh, we're gonna get a clip. We're gonna get a clip too. And oh, I'll get onto that in a real quick second. I just wanna...
Okay. Once again, canned dog food or chocolate pudding? Yes, chocolate pudding. Depends on how long it takes you to suffer. Well, let's find out. Cheers.
You eating dog food? Oh, I know what it is.
It's so good. We love chocolate pudding in this household.
Right.
It's so good.
I think that was a win.
It's so good.
Take it those
Damn
with the
Y'all really like to see me suffer. Can you go 3 for 3 though? Oh, let's find out.
Ooh.
Let's find out.
Risk it for the biscuit. Yes, definitely better than dog food. So I'm tipping those with those trick beans. The trick beans that It's either a good tasting one or a bad tasting one. But that's it. Julie HW, welcome to the Shark Tank. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Welcome in. Let's also say Tea Time Talks. How you doing? Nadine, hi. How you doing? I was actually lurking in your stream before I started today. I had to do some dishes and freshen up and all that kind of stuff, but I was lurking. It's good to see you back. Good to see you back. Julie, do the thing. Welcome in. How are we doing? Leah Fireheart. That's an epic name right there. Welcome in. How are we doing? I hope we're all doing well. How was your stream? You were just chatting. Were you going to play something else as well, or was it just chatting? Oh, I thought I saw on your title that you were going to showcase a new hairdo as well. I'm obviously a terrible man and possibly didn't notice it, but I wasn't sure if you were going to play something in the meantime as well. But thank you for the lurk. Oh, that's right, Fakasha. It was Fakasha. It wasn't playing a game. It was. Oh no, it was. Played a day of Stardew and then made Fakasha bread. Nice. Julia. Julia. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. All I saw was just Julie. Or Julie. It's like, Julie! Do the thing! But, nah, Julia. Okay. It's just a very enunciated Julia. I chatted, then Stardew, and then made Fakasha. Also did a big hair clip chop. Ooh. A big hair chop. Oh, you cut your hair. Oh. The Fakasha turned out beautiful. Post a pic in the Discord. Nice. I do want to see it. Hair looked cute, by the way, forgot to say. Ooh, you're going to have to post a photo of your hair as well. You're going to have to post a photo of your hair. I want to see that. But for everybody new who has popped in with Nadine's raid, welcome in. I am Titanium Chef. I am a variety food and drink streamer from Australia. During the week, from Tuesday to Thursday in Australian Eastern Standard Time, we play video games. At the moment, we are doing Nuzlocke November, where I'm playing a randomized monotype, randomized Nuzlocke of Pokemon X. I'm losing a lot of Pokemon, and I can explain the rules a little bit more in detail. But on Fridays, Australian Eastern Standard Time, or around this time, I do a cooking stream. And what I cook varies between stuff that I find in recipe books around my house to stuff from video games, anime, TV shows, and movies. I also do viewer requests, like we're doing today. I had a request to do Asian desserts, so we are currently making. Blue butterfly pea flower. I wanted to get it off the top of my head. Kuih Lapis. And we're going to be making some matcha red bean mochi. So if that's the kind of stuff that you're interested in seeing, then I hope you enjoy your stay here. But how's the stream so far? I can't wait to see what you're making. It's going pretty chill. We're currently making the Leah Fireheart. Why do I think when I see that I think Leah Lionheart? It's Fireheart. Leah Fireheart. Welcome to the Shark Tank. I hope you enjoy your stay here. My concerns with this was I've never actually made this before and or heard of it. So it said the process says to make it a batter out of this, but the batter is not really a batter. It's just like water. It's a very watery batter, but it's setting. And I'm super keen to see how it turns out. I've never heard of those things, so I'm excited to learn about it. Mochi is pretty much just like gelatinous. It's like cooked gelatinous rice flour. It's just very usually, like we were just having a discussion about it before, usually they are ice cream filled, but I'm a big sucker for red bean paste. So I made a big batch of red bean paste. Oh, not a big batch, I made a batch of red bean paste yesterday. Shaped it into the shape of the filling that we want today, and I'm just gonna, because you have to freeze it beforehand because we're gonna be wrapping the mochi around it. And then obviously gonna wait for the filling to thaw and then enjoy. But this one here is the one I'm super excited and keen to try to see you try, because it's pretty much a white and blue layered jelly cake, and I thought that this was going to set in the steamer, and I was like, this is too wet. This is not going to set right. It's not going to set right. It seems to be doing the job. Yeah, at the moment, I was just going to weigh up my rice flour and matcha to get it ready for when we do the mochi. Me lurk for a bit and clean up post focaccia, tab open for you, though. Thank you so much for the support. Very much appreciated. I hope the cleanup goes well, and I hope the focaccia turned out really. I know it. I'm gonna say I know it turned out amazing, but I hope it turned out yummy. And you got to tell me. You have to tell me how you're going to enjoy it. Are you just going to enjoy it as it is? Are you going to have it with like a soup? Well, when you get back, you need to tell me more details. Because I could pull up the Discord and stuff at the moment, but I pulled up on my phone, but my phone's been used as a camera today. Oh, the timer's finished. Okay. So, we're doing a blue layer now. Yep. Titch.
Okay, stopping the timer.
I didn't realize you were already activated. Time didn't need to be stopped, buddy. Titch. Start a 10-minute timer.
Okay, starting 10-minute timer.
Okay, so we're going to finish on a white. So the last layer we're going to put in is a blue layer, but we're going to put more coloring into the blue layer. So let me currently get that going. We're going to put one more layer of white. So this can all be put aside for now. I'm going to ladle some more of this in. Ladle. And then we're going to put a bit more of the... It says 1 more teaspoon, but I'm just going to put the rest in. I want this to be super blue. You know what else I actually found out too? I was reading a little bit up on blue butterfly pea flower powder. Because of the pH level of the powder, it actually turns purple when you add it with lemon juice. Which I obviously didn't know because I have never actually really used this before. But yeah, that's a pretty neat and interesting fact to know about. Like if you want to get a natural purple food coloring without using like just generic food dyes. Look, they probably use this in the food dyes to get those colors, but yeah, if you want this to turn more purple than what the blue already is, then yeah, you just add lemon juice. Okay, so that's gone a bit more blue, bluer. I'll try to get more of this in there. But for everybody else who's popped in with Nadine's raid as well, how are we doing today? How's our week been? Do we have anything exciting planned for our weekend? And a better question also for everybody as well who is also here beforehand as well. What are some interesting I want to say like foreign to you desserts that you've had? But like much like this one here today, like what's I'm trying to think of the best way to ask this question. What's the most visually pleasing dessert that you have had? That's what I'm after. That's the one. That's the ticket. What's the most visually pleasing dessert you've had? So I'm hoping that when this works, when I say when this works, when this is finished up, I'm hoping that this is going to be a blue layer, a white layer, a blue layer, a white layer, a blue layer, a white layer, and then a dark blue layer on top. So that's what I'm hoping to get in the end. So I need to I might actually just use a fork to whisk that one, because that whisk has now got too much blue on it. I don't want this next layer to be coloured. What was I doing in the process beforehand? I was weighing up the matcha. The matcha. So, we are going to need a cup of glutinous rice flour. Now, I said this before, and I'll say it again, just because, yeah, why not? I previously tried to make dango on stream, and the recipe for the dango said to use glutinous rice flour and non-glutinous rice flour. So I used regular rice flour for the non-glutinous variety. When I finished up with the thingo, John Luang, I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. I'm terribly sorry if I mispronounced that, but John Luang, 888, welcome to the Shark Tank. I hope you enjoy your stay here. How are we doing? How are we doing today? Hope we're doing well. Yeah, so when I made the dango with the regular rice flour, it finished off very stiff. Like I've had dango before, so I've had it from the source. You know, big note me. Look at me. Look at me. Ooh, big nose. But I've had it before, and it was very soft. Like it was very, yeah, it was like soft and chewy. It was really nice. But the one I made for this stream a couple months back, it was very stiff. It was very hard, and I felt really bad because I fed it to my friends, and it's like I had someone say, "It's okay, but if you guys don't like it, then please just don't force it down." And it's like, "Oh, it's good. It's pretty good. It's okay. It's pretty nice." And it's like, no, seriously, if it doesn't taste very good, just don't. Please, you don't have to force it down for me. Okay, I will fully understand if it's horrendous. I'm just going to duck off camera for a second, but I'm still going to be talking to you, obviously. Docky. But it's just I need a container to put this matcha in, and I have small containers in my cupboard that I need to grab. Because yeah, there we go. Small container.
Okay, stopping the timer.
God damn, what was it on? Titch? What the crap was that? I didn't... Titch? Start a 5-minute timer.
Okay, starting 5-minute timer.
Okay, 4 minutes. Thanks, Dallas. It's actually pretty close. It's pretty close with the, add 5 minutes. Yes, this is when it works. This is when it works, MT. This is when it works. So, Ember, how was school? How was school today? Hope school was well. Have you got any more of your assignments done? I know I'm gonna sound like that. It was good. Me and Proto have matching hair now. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. We match, sweetie. Well, let me. Oh, got no more of your things done. I was gonna say I'm gonna sound like that dad now. Like, sweetie, been doing your homework? What do you mean you haven't been doing your homework? So you said you had to get 12 pieces done, or like 12 hairstyles done, if I'm not mistaken. And you had 3 done so far. Is that correct? Or was I know you got 3 done, but I can't remember how many you actually needed to have completed. I plan on getting a lot of it done Monday. Because today's the last day of your week, isn't it? So you don't go to school on your Friday, if I'm correct. You only do a 4-week. You know what? Why don't we look smarter, not harder, and cut 4 at a time. That's no as in you don't So today, we'll do a minute silence. We'll do a minute silence. I'll get my thing ready as well. Today is Remembrance Day, and at 11 o'clock, so it's the 11th of the 11th, and at 11 o'clock we have a minute silence. So I'm going to turn the music off when the time comes. When it hits 11 o'clock my time, I will turn the music off, and we'll have a minute silence. And then once the minute is over, I'll turn the music back on, and then we'll come back to that. So we'll do the minute silence today. Okay, so that was a minute. So, a minute silence for the fallen soldiers. I can't remember. This is going to be the disrespectful part. I actually can't remember which war it was from. I'm tipping it was from World War One, or just any soldiers in general. I would say that's pretty much what it is. So, it's Remembrance Day. So, a minute silence has passed, and yeah. Okay, Titch, stop the timer.
Okay. Stopping the timer.
Alright, one more layer of white, and then final layer of blue. So, Titch, start a 10-minute timer. Start a 10-minute timer.
Okay. Starting 10-minute timer.
There we go. And I'll clean up all these packets of... This is what I hate the most. Like, this is the only... Closest to me without having to drive half an hour to get to a specialty Asian food grocer. This is the best form of matcha powder that I can purchase. Yeah, so I can only buy them in sachets. And it's really annoying because, like, I just want the powder. I just want the powder. Just give me the powder. I'm not going to make one little thing at a time. Oh, could you hear the birds? could you hear the birds while we're having the minute silence? Because I do have some of my windows open because it's going to be decent weather, so I might as well open it up. It is a teaspoon we're after. And thank you, Tells. Thank you, Tells, for reminding me that I have weak knees now. I'm not sure if you could see, but my knees were shaking. T2 cells, if that helps. T2, where is T2 in correlation to where I am? I think that's a 40-minute drive. Closest one I can think of. Without giving away locations. 1 teaspoon of matcha powder. Wow. I was going to say, oh, there's one there? Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm sure my knees are shaking more than yours. You're fine. Again, you did a bloody 13k run recently. Right? Bruh. You know what normal people do when they start get back into exercise? They wean themselves into it, see? So they sit down and they go, you know what? I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to start going for runs. You know what I will start with? I'm going to start...
Eternal Ember has requested you hydrate.
Eternal Ember has requested you all hydrate. Well, that died. What died? Oh, yeah, your mash. Cheers, Ember. Ember. Gotta roll the R's. Ember. But what do I want? That's yeah. We're gonna. I would have another whisk, but I broke it.
Antique has requested you hydrate.
And then I can do Antique. Cheers, Antique. May have switched it to high by mistake. How? How? I will tell. I'll show you. I'll show you what needed to happen. I'll show you what needed to happen. Sec. So, you got the pot. You got the pot on the stove, right? It's browning. You said, wait a minute. You should probably stop cooking it. Okay. Problem solved. Problems. Well. If you got more spuds, just try again. I was leaning on the stove. That's unsafe. Stove's hot. Is it a gas stove or an electric or an induction? That's actually the good question. There's actually 3 now. I was curious on my name. Yeah, I think you've done a hydrate in the past, and it's come up as Antique. Because the only time that it will say MTAK is if your name was MT_A_K. Because I feel like if your name was MT_AK, it would say MT_AK. And yes, already done it. Yeah. You'd think if it's induction, then it shouldn't be hot. It shouldn't burn, and you'd be all deja vu. But anything else is like, why are you laying on the stove? That's the last place I'm going to be leaning. But yes. I completed the Pokemon Go quest twice in a day. D or A? Electric grill. Okay, that's yeah. Just give yourself a little pinch test. Make sure that your nerves are working in your arms. Make sure you don't have like big burns on your arms as well. Like it sounds weird. Sounds bad. Sounds like it should have hurt you, but I don't know. Okay, so while that's doing that, you know what I will do? I'll give this one a rinse. Give this one a rinse, and then I will just whisk the powders together. The one that is Walk 7Ks. It's a hibachi style grill. I feel like I should know what that is, but I'm drawing a blank. Damn. Yeah, so just mix this together. Now, if we really want to, we could actually make some blue ones too. Just if we're a little bit curious and we're thinking, like, oh, why don't we have some green and blue ones? We could actually fix ourselves up with a batch of blue ones. Call me a what? The part of the stove I leant on wasn't on, so I'm not that dang stupid. Okay. Just making sure. Flat surface grill. Ah. Right. Did I? I did. I was gonna say, did I start a timer? I did start a timer. So wait, so you're saying that... I think I understand what you're talking about now, Charles. So there was the Pokemon Go event where you have to walk 7Ks, but you did 13Ks, so you did that twice. Is that what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying, or did it allow you to do it twice? I'm hungry. Should I do pizza now? So tell me one thing real quick. The 13K run, was this because you are trying to get into shape, Are you trying to look after yourself a bit better? Because if you're going down the process of, you know, getting fit and being a bit more healthy, pizza's probably not the best option. I would probably say, like, I know it might not sound better, but I would say like a small portion of pasta might be pretty good. Might fill you up nice and good. But then again, I'm not your dad. I'm not your coach. I'm not your boss. If you want to do whatever you want, by all means. What else would I need? Sugar too. So, stirring the water and the sugar. Right. So we need a quarter cup of sugar. Where's my quarter cups over here? I'll get the sugar ready. Chef, yes, chef. Yes, what? Yes, Queen Slay! I want to do a couple miles on my days off and do that every 2 weeks. Okay. Just cause? Is it because you want to increase stamina, or? Because I was doing somewhat, not to the same extent you did, but similar. Like I would start going for a run around the block. So I'd jog around my block and then head up to a trail that's near me, and just to sort of get my stamina back up. So if and or when I'm playing with my niece and she's running around and being an absolute galah, I'm not going to get tired and tuck it out in the first 5 minutes. Like, hold on, sweetie. Hold on. I really need to improve my running, and I've also gained a bit of weight. That's what lockdown does. That's what lockdown does, buddy. We're gonna make you chunky. What should you get rated right now? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so somebody comes in when I'm just, it's like, so they're going to be somebody. It's just like, this guy's doing something really obscene, all that kind of stuff. And now other people's like, did you just get kicked in the junk? Did some child just run in and say, hey, say Yakote, say? He's like, Final layer. Okay. Titch. Start a 10-minute timer.
Okay, starting 10-minute timer.
Now I just gotta double check and make sure. Oh, hopefully that's gonna be enough. We're almost on vapors at the moment. Yeah, that's war. Might have to do something real quick and tricky and fancy dancy. We're probably going to have to. I'm going to boil up some water real quick. I'm going to quickly take the thing off the stove, pour in some hot water. Again, we've almost evaporated all the water, and it's like I don't want it to just burn the bottom of my pot. That's my problem. That's what I was worried about. If I might have a meeting when this will finish cooking, I might miss the very end of it. Oh no! I'll be back after though. Well, we'll see. We'll see how we go. We still have the mochi to do. We do still have the mochi. But yeah, if you have to duck out, thanks for sticking by for as long as you did. One thing I want to check real quick too is, oh sweet, I was worried about the battery life with the phone as well. So you lost 8 pounds in 2020. So you were going for that lockdown VOD. Sounds like. I was gonna. I don't want to check it again, but Nah, we'll be fine. It'll 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 be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's die show. It's all good. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's cool. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Fine. What do we need? We need a cup of water. Cup of water. And then, yeah. So then we're mixing the sugar. Mix the sugar in now. Don't know why it's stirring the water than the sugar. I would have thought you'd mix the sugar in now. So get all your dries in. All your dries are done, ready to go. Then you put in the water, and then you mix it. Then you mix it. I did start a timer. Cool. Yeah, so I don't want to add the water just yet because what the plan is, it's going to be says to cool completely. So what I might do is I will. So once this is finished in 10 minutes, I'll take the. I'll try carefully take the tin out. Take the tin out, put it aside, and then we'll start getting onto the mochi. And then when we do the mochi, it will be sitting there cool. I'm not going to give it a water bath because that's going to be very bad and detrimental. And then I'm going to try hope for the best that cools down within the time. If not, I might need to cut it off stream like we did with the pie last time. I don't want to. I want to try cut it on stream or try get it out of the tin, to be honest. But I feel like the pizza should be a no now, unless you get something. Unless you get something along the lines of like a thin crust, maybe like vegetarian or something, or see, I would say it depends on the size of the pizza and how much you're actually going to eat of it. So if you get like a medium style pizza, so like let's say a 9-inch pizza, and you only eat like half or a quarter, I think that should be fine. Regular pepperoni. It's I think. What causes most of the grease is the cheese. It's the cheese that causes most of the grease. But yeah, if you're just going to eat like half or a quarter and then save the rest of it for other times. So if you eat a quarter now, so you get a 9-inch pizza, eat a quarter now, have a quarter tomorrow, quarter the day after that, quarter the day after that. Hopefully it lasts. Should be fine. Small, but you eat all of it. Yeah, so I would say that's same as last time. Because pretty much my whole thing is, again, it's all in moderation. It's all in moderation. So, sure, have your pizza, but if you eat a full small pizza, maybe halve that. So have half the pizza now. Or if you want something that's going to be more filling and it's going to keep you full for a bit longer, pasta. Yeah, maybe some pasta, or maybe you take the same example as Tech and make some mashed spuds. Get some mashed spuds. Maybe get some sour cream for it. Get some chives. I was going to say maybe fry up a bit of bacon, but that's probably not going to be good for you. But yeah. How much more time have we got? 4 minutes. Oh boy. This took a lot longer. This took a lot longer than what I was expecting. But maybe drink a tall glass of water. Stares at the stream. Yes. I guess I guess half the pizza is. I guess it's reasonable. Think about it like this, Tels. Think about it like this.
Antique has requested you hydrate.
Cheers, Antique. Think of this as the situation. You buy a pizza, eat half of it now. You have pizza tomorrow as well. That you don't have to pay for. Like, you can have your pizza now and have your pizza later. Eh? And I don't know about you, and I don't know about everybody else in chat. Pizza the day after hits so much different than pizza on the day. It's the same as lasagna. lasagna the day after you cook it, it's so much different. It does. There's something. I think it's got to do with the tomato sauce. There's just something about it that's something makes it just taste so much better once you reheat it the next day. It's like, what is this witchcraft? Why is it so good as leftovers? I didn't have time to wash some grapes to bring with. Hair? Where? Didn't have time to wash some grapes to bring with it. I don't understand. What? I'm sorry. What? Sorry, what? Adam and Humphrey, welcome to the Shark Tank. I hope you enjoy your stay here. How are we doing? Welcome in. I wanted to bring some grapes. Okay. Hi. How are we doing? Hope we're doing well. We are currently just waiting for something to finish cooking, and then we're going to start cooking a mochi. Or nuking the mochi, should I say. I could eat half of them. I could eat half. I could eat them after the half pizza. That would be a very healthy and wise dessert option. Fruits and berries for dessert. Now that's thinking nice. You do dishes as work. Oh, okay. So you're a dish hand. You're a dish hand. That's cool. That's cool. I know there might be a lot of people that might. I don't want to say make fun, but might think that that's a lesser job. But I don't think it is. Okay. You're doing good work. That's cool. That's cool. So, do you work for a restaurant? Do you work for a cafe? Do you work for a bakery? If you don't mind me asking, that is. If you don't mind me asking. You don't like it? Okay. Okay. But your job definitely doesn't go unnoticed. Okay, just remember that. No one here likes reheated pizzas because it's hard, but I guess it depends on the type. It's a school. Okay. So it's a school cafeteria you do the dishes for? Okay. How dare you call someone that has dishes for hands? How dare you call someone that has dishes for hands? Check it out! It's old dish hand over here! Oh, like shit. You have a disability? Oh, okay. I'm sorry that you do. Oi! Stop bonking me. Okay, so that is our thing done. But just remember that your work as a dishwasher does not go unnoticed. At least not in this household anyway. How am I going to get this out safely? Remember, when you're dealing with hot stuff, usually safety sharks. It's probably just going to be. Now, are you? Okay. It's just a little bit. You know what? I'm just going to take this off first. Let's take it off, so we're not dealing with hot steam. And then how are we going to do this? Oh, you're from Kentucky. Yeah, we've got a few people from Kentucky in here. Can you? Well, this is a predicament. How are we gonna get this out, chat? Pretty much like that. That's how we're going to get it out. We did it, chat. We got it out. So now, I'm going to... it's over there. So, So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sit it on a wire frame just so it doesn't sweat and stick to the countertop. But yeah, we're going to wait for this to completely cool. Then we're going to cut it and turn it out. And this should be our... It should work. I'm hoping it does. Pray chat, pray that it works. On today's episode of TC Guessing US State Abbreviations. Hey. I know some of them, okay? I know KY is Kentucky because Amber's from Kentucky. FL is Florida. CA is California. TX is Texas. MI is Mississippi. Or is it Missouri? Leaves. Look, I have no idea what most of them are. There's a bunch of states I don't even know exist. Like, isn't there like a North and South Dakota? I don't know. That's New York. North Dakota. Alaska. Alaska. That's hang on. Is that? It's not AL, is it? Or is it AK? It's not AK, is it? What's Alaska? That's probably the reason why I didn't guess it is because I don't know what it is. MA. What's MA? Oh. I was gonna say it's either ML or MK. Well, not MK. AL or AK. Okay. Well, now I learn. Now I know what the AK stands for. Now I know what the AK stands for. We're learning today. I have terrible service where I'm at. Ew. Yeah, cellular service or... Okay, so now we're making mochi. Whoop. So we're just gonna mix the rice flour, the matcha powder, the sugar, and the water together. And we're going to mix it until it's smooth. I'm actually going to use the whisk real quick. Yeah, there we go. The reason I got the spatula is because once we microwave it, it's going to start thickening up. And then we're going to, Okay, so... Hold on. I know this story. So you are helping Proto build your grandparents' new place? I did say I'm hungry, didn't I? Yes. Yes, you did. You're also debating on whether or not you'd want to get pizza or not, but I would also say do as your heart tells you to, Tells. If your heart says, I want the pizza, then gets the pizza. So what I'm going to do real quick is... So you can see where I'm going. We're going to go to the microwave, and we're going to... We have to cover this, actually. It does say cover, doesn't it? Cover in a microwave. Pretty sure we just use cling wrap. That one is not open. This one is. Microwave and freezer safe. Did you ask? I was cutting it out. I was asking whether or not you were building a house for your grandparents, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mochi. So we cover it up. We got the microwave in here. Titch. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
We got the microwave in the cupboard. I hide my microwave because I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of my microwave. And then we're going to give it 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Titch. Zoom out.
Zooming out.
Produce, right. I knew it was for a relative that you were building a house for. I knew it. I knew it was something along those lines. But, you're taking it for a walk? Yes, I'm going to take it for a walk to the microwave. The microwave! But, yeah. So, I'm still so I'm so keen to see how that turns out. I'm super keen. Because it has... Oh, that's actually very interesting. I'm not sure how we're going... Ooh. I'm not sure how we're going to knock this out. Wabi. Wabi. Wow. Yeah. Micro wave. Not wavi, it's wave. Microwave. A microwave. Giuseppe, to put it in the microwave. But, so we actually don't need the chopping board at the moment. I'm gonna put the chopping board here. Yes, because that has been turned off. Off. Yes. Then we're going to grab some corn flour and get ourselves ready for when we dust the bench and start forming our mochi. But yeah. This shouldn't take too much time at all. Like, if we mix this up right, it's going to be a case of we scoop one out, put it into the corn flour, we roll it up, flatten it out, roll, pinch, put into a liner. I'm thinking we just put them in the white ones, to be honest. It's going to be good contrast. Good contrast of green and white. Boop, easy. Titch. Oven camera off.
Deactivating oven camera.
Turn that camera off. Titch. Stove camera off.
Deactivating stove camera.
We don't need those two on anymore. They're all done.
Oh, okay.
Lurk, thank you. Hope all goes well with the rain's coming. Oh no! Not the rain! We all know that rain's bad. Rain's a bad thing around here. Rain's scary, especially for here, because when you water your internet too much in Australia, it stops working. And I hate it. I hate it when my internet stops working, because it's usually when I'm streaming. And there's nothing worse than having your internet cut out midstream with somebody. I feel bad when it cuts out when we don't have a roof on this puppy yet. It's a little bit more of a more of a concern than just oh, my internet's going to not get knocked out. Yeah, okay, I think you win. The microwave is, you know what? I just realized the thing is no. I was gonna say the display for the camera looks like it's a little off level. But ooh, that's actually really hot. It's actually really hot. We need to go get our safety sharks. Our safety sharks, boys. Tails is back. Hi, safety sharks. We're gonna get our mochi paste out. Why were you that what the crud? That is my question. Why were you so far down? I'm gonna have to clean that up. That's got Frank's red hot sauce all over me bloody floor. That's weird. Just dumb. Like, why? That were up the back? I have no idea why I was like that. I have no idea. Can't have that on. Where's my paper towel? I'll just use the scrub mummy. That's fine. Puppet show. No, it's not. It's not puppet show. Okay. Well, mop it up. A little bit on that container too. Just gotta make sure that if I ever am going to drink this again... The Frank's Red Hot sauce is staining the cupboard. Why is it so hot? Yep. So, yep. Here, keep that. Make sure it doesn't go too far away. Right, so now we want to bring you back here. Get you level again. There we go. And then what we're going to do here is just... yeah, I think that's pretty right, to be honest. I think that's probably a bit too cooked. Too cooked? Nah, I reckon that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Very gooey. Very gooey. Look at it. Here we go, wombat stew. Okay, so what we are going to do in the meantime, in the process, we are going to do that. We are going to grab our red bean paste. Oop. Move this out the way. You can go over there. Corn flour. Channel plan. It says half a cup, but yeah, we're going to be using a lot more than half a cup. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, let me grab a spoon. So the video I saw, they used 2 spoons to sort of scoop a bit out. It was like like that. Drop some flour on the counter. Oh no! I dropped some on the counter. So, what is this? I don't know. Do I have to? Do I have a small roller? That's actually a good question. I can't remember if I have a small roller. I've got a big, decent one. Probably have a small one somewhere else, but we'll just use old reliable right here. Alright, we're gonna flour this one here too. Oh no! Oh no! It's all sticky. More flour everywhere. Flour it up. I think what they did is they sort of like... Alright, and then... It's still very hot. That's my problem. Like... Schmeck. I think this is pretty much what I need to do. And then, yeah, boom, mochi. I think I might let it cool down for a quick bit before I go any further, because it sort of seems like it should be... It seems right. So that's my deal. It feels right. It feels like what it should be, but it's still... Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, like... I wanted to like stay in this form, but it's still really warm in the center. So, and then roll it out. Roll out the mochi. Roll out the mochi. This feels good, to be honest. Feels like what the dungo should have been like. And then we'll grab that one. And then my little dumb bum wants to make sure that it's nice and perfectly round. Could you imagine if we were using ice cream with this? Oh, woof. I mean, it's looking okay. This one's just oozed out into a puddle, but I guess that's what it's meant to do. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Done. It's so messy. How are you doing? You're actually still very hot. I am going to be impatient, and I'm going to rip puddle. Nah, it's gonna be good. I said I'm pretty sure when this cools down, it's going to set a lot more. Because the top of it, like if I push the top, it is actually very, yeah. Now I'm going to be very impatient. I'm actually going to give this a cold bath. I'll give it a cold bath and then, yeah, maybe put it in the fridge too. Maybe. I'll make sure I don't get too much water on my hands. So I want to cut this out. I want to see what this looks like today. I really don't want to be like, oh, and that's all done now. Stay tuned on the Discord and the Instagrams and the Twitter because I'll post pictures of the Louis Lapis. Louis? Okay, I probably should have gone through a translator to find out how I should pronounce it before I just start butchering it today. But, okay, so cold bath. Okay. Stream until it's cool. I want to play Splatoon today, Tells. I mean, I could play Splatoon while I wait. There's always that option. Who knows? Might happen. Gotta get them chunks from the what's it called? The Splatfest tea. Had a good system going last night. A good system. So what my plan was, so you can get abilities for your gear, and the Splatfest one costs 1/10 of the price to scrub the slots to get new slots, or to get new ability chunks. So my plan was get 2 chunks, scrub, 2 chunks, scrub. And then that way I'm making money and making chunks instead of doing 1, losing money, 1, losing money, 1, losing money, you know. Yeah. Play it on the counter. Yeah. Oh, I actually would have to disconnect the I'd have to disconnect the main camera if I wanted to play it on stream. Give it a real good pinch. I got in my notes that says pinch to pinch bottom, which is a little bit of a yabai term if you're an older person. We can see, and we can see the back of your head. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, so these are just sort of puddling out. I don't know if that should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah. Just say you're cooking the enemy team. No, I'll probably just change the I changed the thing to what's it called? Change the title to Splatoon if I were to do that. Do the right thing by Twitch, because I am definitely a stickler when it comes for putting the right title down for what you're doing. Because the amount of times that I see people playing Fortnite in food and drink, it makes me sad. it just makes me sad. So I get it, you know, haha, you're cooking the enemy team. It's like, no, you're playing Fortnite. There's a tag for it. The crud was that? Probably someone on the trailer. That one. Yeah, sounds like somebody with a trailer. Problem when it gets to this point is I've got that much corn flour on it that pinching the bottom doesn't stick. And again, I'm Mr. Perfectionist, and I want it to be good. Kangaroo trying to bust in again. Speaking of kangaroos, I was driving to work the other day. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I feel like it was Tuesday. And the road I take to work is, oh, gotta be careful. Yeah. So the road I take has it's 2 lanes each side, but there's a medium strip. There's a grass strip that goes through the center of it. So obviously it stops, you know, crossing the traffic, whatever. Mini highway, not really a highway. It's more just like a well-congested road. Beside the point. 2:30 in the morning. I'm driving along this road. There's a kangaroo hopping in the middle of this island, of this I said the name of it before. Medium strip. Just hopping away. This boy was a big boy too. Like he probably would have been about my height. Maybe a little bit smaller. But the reason why I was really scared is because these things are skittish and they do not care about road rules. So whereas like deer learn that, oh, this is an area where cars kill our kind, let's teach our young'uns to be careful and not get unlived in this area. No, kangaroos are idiots. And they will just jump. If they go, I want to be over that side now, they'll just dart straight across. And these guys can turn on a dime. So, yeah, I was worried when I was driving past it. Good, luckily, he just stuck the course and stayed straight. But I was very worried. I was super worried that he was going to dart in front of me, and then I'd have to spend lots of money to get my car repaired because they make a mess. They make an absolute mess. And when I say a mess, it's not like, you know, it's like, no, they destroy cars. Again, like a 60-kilo muscle-bound marsupial. Yeah, I mean, I've heard horror stories of people hitting kangaroos with their car. Pure unadulterated marsupial muscle. Scary. Yeah, I've heard horror stories of people colliding with kangaroos, and they've gone straight. Yeah, almost as bad as wombats. Wombats destroyed the undercarriage. Kangaroos destroyed the rest of it. But yeah, I've heard the horror story of somebody colliding with a kangaroo. So it hit the front, bounced over the bonnet, and went through the windscreen. This is bad, right? Kangaroo survived. Kangaroo was scared. Kangaroo was not happy. It thrashed. And these things have sharp claws. So, yeah, recipient of the car, big massive gouges all over them. Because this thing is just absolutely kicking a fit. Like, oh, yep, that's a story I didn't want to know about. Body goals, yes. Work to get Big Red's body, which is very sad. He actually passed away in 2018. What's his name, Big Red? We were talking about it on, I think it was like Soma's stream or something. There was a big red kangaroo. I think, was it Rex? I actually can't remember his name, but he was a big kangaroo. Made internet fame because he just crushed an oil can with his bare arms. Just gave him an oil can. He's just like crush. It's just like, yeah, he was jacked. He passed away in 2018. He died of natural causes, so rest in peace. But yeah, he was massive. Like he's the picture. Whenever you type in jacked kangaroo, that's him. That's him. Lunch break time. Hopefully, I'll be back before you finish. Ooh. Lunch break. I'll have to see. We'll have to see. I want to make sure. I'm scared. It's only a small percentage of kangaroos that are that scary. Kangaroos also hate flying objects too. The amount of videos I've seen of people. When I say videos of people, there's one video of somebody who's paragliding. He's paragliding down from somewhere, and he's coming into a field, and he's like, "Oh, there's a bunch of kangaroos." Like, "Hey, Skippy, how you doing?" And they're just going straight, just making a beeline straight for this guy. And before he can even hit the ground, they're trying to grab him and kick him. And it's like, get out of here, little bugger, get out of here. Why do they hate things that fly? Is that this prejudice against flying objects? But yeah, just try to kick him a couple of times and then bug it off. What the hell was that all about? Be more worried about the drop bears. That's their ultimate plan. They expect you to, it's like, oh, they're cute. Oh, the kangaroos are big and scary. No. Drop bears are the ones you want to worry about. Worry about the drop bears before you worry about the kangas. You heard it here. I know, so the recipe said to give it an extra 13 seconds or whatever, but I think I've got it right. I think I've got it in the right consistency. I think we're all good. It's more so, I know it's going to be like super bunched up down the bottom. That's why, again, my baker mind wants me to like roll it and make it all neat and even Steven. But yeah, these are all just sort of oozing into puddles. But I'm pretty sure that's how they're supposed to be. My mind is remembering them like perfect round manju, but no, I think we're pretty right here. I think we've got enough for two more or one more. Nah, two more. We got two more. I say if we really want to, we could actually whip up an extra batch, and we can make them blue. We can make some blue ones instead of just some plain old green ones. Should be fun and interesting. What do we think? Might be something to look into to see if that lapis thing is going to want to still stay cold. Oh no, it's not going to stay cold, stay warm. Stay in a perpetual state of not being ready. I'm not gonna lie, this actually smells really nice. I'm a big sucker for matcha, for green tea. Green tea? Big sucker for it. Green tea milkshakes, all that kind of stuff, it's real good. Green tea boba, or tapioca, that's some good stuff. Let's see if we can scoop up the last remaining part of the mochi. Perfect. Perfect. Two spoons was definitely clutch. Actually, I'm still sort of surprised because the video I saw, it was just an absolute mess when she was doing it. And I'm not having that trouble. And because I'm used to dealing with. Now you can check Discord. I'll have to check it after stream, buddy, because my hands are very messy, and any other time I will check Discord and use my phone, and my phone's right there. But I will definitely check it. Although, look, I know I don't do much on my Discord. I do check it all the time, okay? So, I guess in a sense, the reason why I don't do much on my Discord is because, I don't know. I know people will be like, it's not a big deal, don't worry about it. Like, I don't want to bore people with just like, I just took a walk today. Bore people with my stupid life stories and stuff. I should do more on there, like, talk more. I know, but I'm gonna stick this in the fridge for now, because if we really want to, we can fix up some blue ones, which will be fun and interesting. Carefully wash my hands either side of the thing here. Where's my tea towel? Over here. Or one of my tea towels, anyway. A little bit of a drink. So, what one we got? We're gonna put on that one. After I clean the bench up. Well, you know what I will do, actually? I'll go... I should have picked the best looking ones. There we go, we've got 6 of them. And I'll put this aside for photo... Ooh, we could actually put some more in there, to be honest. Could put 8, maybe. They all bunch together. You almost got all of them. Yeah. Then I'll just sit that one there for now, because I want to clean this bench up. I also want to take this out and see how you're doing. How are you doing? It's cool. It's cool. It's cold, should I say? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, actually. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to give it a score on the outside. I'm gonna tip it out onto a plate. Then I'm gonna try tip it back over the other way and hope for the best. Now I'm gonna scrape the one into here. Over here is probably the best way. Yep. Yep. I'm so glad I found this. I use this utensil at work. Biscuit. It's not a biscuit. It's mochi. It's manju. Yes, I use them at work, and they're just so invaluable. Like, plastic scrapers, yeah, they're good and all fine and dandy. The metal ones just clean and scrape up stuff so much better. They're also very good for making chocolate curls. It's snowing. I'll make it snow if we're making any more. Okay, so let's showcase these off. Is that as far down as you go? Can you go further down? Can you go further beyond? Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. I could just do it like... Look! Oh! Nah, I'll do it this way. Do it so I do it on stream. Yes? Alto. There we go. Titch? Zoom in.
Zooming in.
So here is our matcha. Oh, not matcha. Here are our matcha mochi. Our red bean filled matcha mochi. This was actually very easy to make. and I'm probably expecting it to be extremely tasty too. I still have a bunch of the things. What do you call it? Well, hang on. That's actually a good question. Did I? I did. I did invert the camera. I think I was just mucking around with the settings, and yeah, so that's the proper way. That's now we're not now we're not inverted. We do have one that we can try, but I'm going to try it a little bit later. Titch. Zoom out.
Zooming out.
So that means that we got mochi. We got mochi. And if we really wanted to, and I might actually make it off stream just for funsies, because we've still got more, we've got heaps of this powder. So the butterfly pea flower powder that we used for the, I'm just going to turn the page so I know what I'm talking about. Yep. The Kuih Lapis. The Kuih, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the lapis cake. The stuff that we're using there, the original powder container I've got actually just says blue matcha. So you got green tea matcha, and then you got blue matcha apparently. So we can make some blue ones. But I used to work at this place, and there was a 7-Eleven nearby that had Japanese and Mexican snacks, so I would buy them all the time when I was there. Ooh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. I think I have to travel about half an hour to get... So there's a store half an hour away from me that has just Japanese snacks and stuff. That's all they specialize in. And I have to drive about half an hour to do that. So if I want to get Japanese snacks, I need to make a... Well, not so much make a day of it, like I need to plan a small trip for it. So that sounds really cool. What kind of stuff did they have? Did they have like poke and mochi and... Did they have those ice creams? Did they? So one of the things I had a lot when I was in Japan last was it was convenience store soft serve ice cream, but it came in like a plastic cup. Yeah, does that make sense? So it's like an ice cream cone, but it had like a ice creams. No, rats. Okay, what do we think, chat? Risk for the biscuit. What do we think? Risk for the biscuit? It's nice and cool now. I don't have any flat. Oh, I do. I do. We could just use the we could just use the baking trays as turning. How about something I was about to have a gripe about? And you know what? I have a bit of a gripe about it now. I was going to have a gripe about it like months ago, but I never came around to it. Something that really annoys me when it comes to baking goods is why is everything pink? Pie flans, rose gold pink. Baking trays, pink. Spatulas, pink. Tins. It's not that I don't like the color pink, it's just where are the other varieties of colors? If I want a baking tray that's black, where are my black ones? Where are my blue ones? Where are my silver ones? Where are my brush metal finish? Like where are those? Where are those? I want them. I'll buy the pink ones. There is absolutely no problem with me buying the pink ones. It's just why is it just pink when it comes to baking varieties? But gotta head out for food and stuff. I'll see you later. Well, thank you for sticking by for as long as you did, Tels. I hope your food run goes well. Make sure that you take some photos of what you're getting. Now, my question is, what form of... So I'm thinking we... Okay. I think we just kick and rip it. I don't think we... Just rip the band-aid off. That's my thought. We just rip the band-aid off, and we hope for the best. Let me pull. Oh, you're not level. You're not level now. There we go. That's just... Oh. You know what I need to do, actually? You know what I need to do? I need to grease the knife. It's okay, because we can cut this... We can cut this into different shapes. But it did say when I wanted to cut it, I need to grease the knife. It's still sticking though. That's my problem. It's still sticking. No, I can't just sort of... Unless I... So the other alternative too is I heat the sides up to try to get it to release. See, this is why we put the line on the bottom, because trying to knock this out without the line on the bottom, oh man, that would have been so bad. Honestly, I think we just have to just take it one step at a time. Or I just kick it and rip it. Okay, okay. Let's hope for the best. It's not budging. It is in there good. I might need to... You know, just thinking about it now, probably should have done a springform. Springform team would have worked really well. And I would have just been able to pop the sides off and just crank them out. That would have worked really well, to be honest. But you can try the tried method of heating the side. That is in there real good. That is in there real good. Oh man, how do I get this out? I grease that really well too. That's the thing that annoys me the most. I grease that so well. What's our thoughts? Note for next time. Shut up. What's our thoughts? What's our thoughts? Unless we do the opposite. Unless we do the opposite. We don't not freeze it, but we super chill it, so it's nice and because that's probably why it was being a problem again. Heating the outsides might have rekindled the tackiness of the cake, so that's probably one thing that we've done wrong there. So what's our thought? Do we reckon we stick around for this, or is everybody try cutting a bit out? See, the problem is it's still very tacky and it's still very gelatinous. Whereas I think the plan is we want it to be like stiff. Like we want it to be nice and sort of set. I could cut a piece of it out, but we're probably going to undermine the whole lot of it. I might destroy more of it in the process by doing so. So I do want to sort of go on the notion of, hey, let's just put a pin in this. I'll take a photo of it when it comes out. We do have the mochi. We have the mochi, so there's always that. Yay? Yay, question mark. We got something done, right? But this is, I don't want to sort of subject everybody to another 30 minutes of trying to flash freeze this thing and sort of scratch it then. The thing is, I'm not. It's not so much I'm going to scratch it per se. I don't want to scratch it per se. It's more so. It's going to be the same as like last week, where we made the butterscotch pie. I knew it was going to set on time because we still had to let it set for another 2 hours after stream. I could show it off before I finished up, but we just have to. I just have to take a photo of it once it's finished. So, because obviously, yeah, the idea is we're going to, like we're going to cut it, like we're going to trim the edges up. Like we're going to try and cut a square out of the center of it, and then we can cut that into slices. The other thing too is I think I made this one nice and big too. From the photos, it looks like it was about 3 thumbs tall. So this one here is 3 inches tall. It's a 6-inch round, 3-inch tall cake. Yeah. So, well, you know what? Okay, okay. Here's a good plan. Here's a good plan. Here's a good notion. So what we'll do is while we are waiting, how about we go see who's online at the moment, and we'll start getting ourselves a raid target ready. Because in the process, while we're doing that, we can, yeah, we can wait for the thing to freeze, give it one more red hot crack, so hopefully the freezer does a good job at cooling it down, and yeah, so let me drop that down. We go here, we go back to Twitch. So who is online at the moment in my lineup? So Cannel's on. How long have you been going for? Well, Cupcake Dex is playing Legends Arceus. We've got Andrew Cooks. What are you doing? Bacon wrapped cod and braised leeks. Lin J. Lin J is doing kimchi. What's that? Jiagi. Ooh, that actually sounds fairly interesting. We could drop by to Lin J. I'll double check, see how long Lin J has been streaming for, because they might have just started. Who else? Oh, we've also got Phantom Knight. Phantom Knight's raided into us a couple of times, and they're playing Sonic Frontiers, so if you want to get a bit of an idea of what Sonic Frontiers is about, we could always drop by there. But we could also see who's available on Food and Drink too. Lin J has just started. Lin J is actually 8 minutes in, so she has just started. So, oh no, I missed the stream. Not so fast. Not so much fast, Mum. Not so fast. We're nearly done. We're nearly done. We're just trying to wait for something to cool down nice and quick so we can try and knock it out. At the moment, we're just searching for people we can do. But, I have no Food and Drink streamers on. Oh no! Still a few minutes left potentially. Yes. So we're not quite done just yet, but yeah. I thought. I probably didn't click on it. That's why. So yeah, who else is in the Food and Drink averse that we also can say hello to? Trying to look for the sort of interesting ones. We've got OnlyFlans. OnlyFlans is Only Flans makes a flan and hot soup. Okay, okay.
Adam and Humphrey has requested you hydrate.
Ooh. That I can do, Adam. That I can do. Here's Adam. Thank you. I actually sort of needed that. What else have we got? We've got Snack Board Thursday. Okay. Texas. What's that? Texas Frito Chili Pie, Conies, Spicy. Okay. I mean, that sounds pretty good. What are you doing? Oh, it looks like they're doing sugar flowers, but it's also in, I would say, Spanish. My thoughts is probably Lin J. We could also... trying to think of... trying to see if there's anybody else as well. The snack boards actually sounds pretty good. George... was it? George's hot sauce. Ooh. There's always that. We could always... I'll pull up this stream and see what their deal is. Oh. Hey, Taffy. How we doing? Two gamers, the rest of the music. Rusty is on his own, Dana. What? Do I? I don't think I've got them followed, to be honest. There's also drunk cooking as well. Drunk cooking. Name my mixer contest ends tonight. Poutine first time. Crispy baked garlic parm chicken, and the cooking class was chinchilla. Ooh, I mean, that sounds pretty good. So George's hot sauce also looks like a big NFL fan too. I see a lot of their tags are football, American football, sports talk, sports game. So if we're into sports, we can always drop by there. He's probably got a few things to say about the old sports ball. I want to check out drunk cooking too. So what their deal is. Oh, what filter did we get? The vintage. I'm sorry, I can't really think of anything on the fly at the moment. Sort of in between trying to find rain targets and trying to get my head around how we're going to get this bad boy out of the tin. We made mochi, which is always fun. But also, Joan, how are we doing today? And Taffy, is it broken? Not so much. I think we're just being a bit haste on trying to get it out. It's just to let it cool completely. We might have to come back to it. Like when I say come back to it, I might have to come back a couple of hours later, and hopefully it's all good. The mochi is all good. Definitely the mochi is all good. Yeah, add one. So, honestly, my thought is, it's really. It's a hard one. Like, I want to see what drunk cooking's deal is. Come on, add, finish up. So what are you? So it looks like they're deep frying chips and stuff. So it looks like they're just doing a classic style, like a classic pub style cook up in a sense. So I mean, if anybody has got any other suggestions as well, feel free to throw them on by. Let's have a quick squiz at how the drunk cooking drinks a lot of wine and sings so tunes. He's hilarious. Okay. It sounds like we've got ourselves a winner, to be honest, because that sounds hilarious. And not only that, poutine sounds really good. Crispy baked garlic parm chicken. If that's what I think it is, chicken parmesan, I like that. I really like that. But I think we've got ourselves a winner. We're gonna rate out drunk cooking once we're finished here. So, let's get the thing over here so we don't have to worry about that. Sounds interesting. It does. It really does. Okay, so I'll give this one last red hot crack. And if he doesn't want to come out now, then we're going to have to I'll have to attack him later. We just got to hold forward vest. We got the cooking process down right, so the cooking process worked the way we wanted it to. What did you do? Nothing bad? Nothing bad, good. Yeah, so the cooking process worked well and to what we wanted it to be, but I just see Nish on Friday. I think he's having a break at the moment. I think he's gonna have a little bit of a yeah. I think how many weeks? I think it was like 2 weeks. Yeah. So I think he's gonna have 2 weeks off until Thanksgiving, and then he's gonna do a Thanksgiving stream. Okay, so. Come on. Yeah, it is in there. Oh. I saw some progress. Why won't you release? Release! Oh, I bent my tin. Oh, I'll have to bend that back when this comes out. Oh. It's almost there. It's making all kinds of obscene sounds. Come on. I believe in a thing above! Well, that's whooped. It's out. So, oh, I am telling you, sir, look at the jiggle. My money don't jiggle, it folds. Now we've got to cut this into, it's probably bad to put it onto there. I want to probably put it back onto here-ish. So I'm going to try cut a nice, see if I can. Oh boy, okay. So what I'm planning on doing is redoing I get one slice out of it. It'll help if I just go. Look at that layering. Look at that layering. Didn't really, well, it is super sticky. Give it another. I'm trying to be careful in cutting this, and I just get to a certain point, it's like, nah, guillotine. Yeah. Oh, it may look beautiful, but it's acting like an absolute mother bee. Just an absolute mother bee, I tell you what. Oh boy. We got it out in the end. I think that's the main thing. We got it out in the end. And what did it cost me? It cost me a tin. It cost me a 6-inch tin. Because I'm not sure if we can sort of see it, but yeah, it's all wavy at the bottom there. I either need to take this to my brother and say, hey, I know you're a panel beater. Can you sort of work this to be flat? Or I'll just buy a new one. I think it's going to be the latter, to be honest. So I can use that for stuff like this, and yeah. So, thought for next time. A thought for next time is going to be, if you are going to make this yourself, so explanation recipe will take you to the recipes pages that I've used today. If you're going to make this yourself, use a springform tin. So that way you can just sort of peel the tin off easier than what it is. You could replace it with a pink one. That is true. That is true. Unfortunately, I know I said tins come in pink. The ones that I buy, so the ones I buy are Fat Daddy-O tins. And they actually just come in silver. It's just silver they come in. Oh, Fat Daddy-O. Oh, that was a terrible cut. But we got there in the end. The main thing is the friends we made along the way. Yes, I do. Because I didn't want to cut it like that. Yes, I do. Yes, I certainly do. Okay, what plate are we going to put this on? Do I have... Oh, I don't want to put it on that one because it's not going to fit the theme for today. I might just put it on the black one. Very, lopsided, I'll tell you. Why must you be like this? Tell me. Tell me why. I feel like this is going to be the best I can get it to look. Titch. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
So here is our final result of our mochi, our matcha red bean paste mochi, and our blue butterfly pea Kuih Lapis. I don't like the fact that they're leaning so much, but I like the colorization. I love the layerization. So yeah. Now I know that Gnarly X. I can't remember their full username to be honest, but they suggested this one. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to pop in today, but I hope that I've done a justice to the request that that was made. I want to point out a few gripes I had with today. Obviously, the release of the Lapis cake, that was painful and very hard, and I didn't like the fact that it took so long to get out. Titch, zoom out.
Zooming out.
My other gripe too is the photo that I was shown. The blue layer was very pale. So our one here is a very deep blue. The photo that I was shown from the recipe was a very pale blue. So it was a pale blue, a white, pale blue, white, and then it was a dark blue on top. whereas our ones turned out just dark blue all around. My suggestion, and I would probably write it down onto the sheet, instead of putting 4 teaspoons of the pea flower extract into the mix, put it down to 1. Just to make it so it's a bit more of a contrast between the two. Now, before we go head out and do other stuff, I need to find out what this tastes like. Because yeah, we can have gelatinous cubes, but what does it taste like? That's the question. What? Okay, so let's and I'll probably try one of the mochis as well. Per layer. Ooh, gradually. You're onto something there. Gradually increase the intensity of color. That could work pretty well. But all right, let's give this a try. Okay, so the texture is very weird. The texture is super weird. Imagine Jello or jelly, but it's got more resistance. It tastes like, so it tastes a little bit like green tea, but it's also got a very subtle vanilla hit. But that's because we did put the vanilla extract in instead of the pandan leaf. So initially what we've got here is like a vanilla green tea Jello slice, which I'm not against. The texture is just very, very odd. It's a very odd texture. It's just so weird to eat. It's just so very weird to eat. But I'm actually very happy of how the layerization came with that. I was expecting it to not cook properly while steamed, but that, I don't know what it is.
We have delicacies from the east again. We have ourselves some Kuih Lapis Jello slice and green tea red bean mochi. The texture is something out of this world, something interstellar even. Very foreign for this young Australian man's taste buds.
But I want to try mochi now. So we have an extra mochi, so I don't have to break up this photo. The colors are very fun. They are. So, mochi. That's mochi. Not sure if I needed to cook that a bit longer because it still is. Now, that was not on purpose. I get there eventually. I get there. It's been actually a very long time since I've had mochi. This is still very, like, I want to say gooey, but it's like still very pliable. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be more set, but I mean, I love red bean paste and matcha, so this is just a wonderful combination. And knowing that we have the blue matcha, we actually make blue ones we want. Might make one off stream. Hear me out on this. Blue matcha mochi with strawberry ice cream. That sounds like a good combo. Ooh. Imagine the colors. Imagine the colors. Whoa. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside. Get my keyboard again. I know what I'm feeding my friends tonight for dessert. But I got mochi!
The boys want mochi.
Let's prep up some raid messages. Whoop. So, for anybody that's not a part of the frenzy, this is a free raid message for anybody and everybody. But if your pockets are truly lined with gold, and you are a part of the frenzy, here is the sub message. Yes. It's interstellar. It's just a weird texture. That's all I've got to say about it. It's just a super weird texture about it. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Okay, so I need to double. So we're going to drop by Drunk Cooking, and oh, they might be finishing up soon. We'll pop in and see what they're doing. Because they are at the 2-hour 40-minute mark, so they might be finishing up real soon. But we can always drop by and see what their food's like. So let me prep a raid. Bip bip. And then I want to go back to here so I can copy my raid message again. I've got to have the extra. I've got to have the extra part in that. Copy. So, let me pull that up and let me pull that back up. And I just want to quickly double, triple, quadruple check. I think he's just plating up at the moment. I think that's actually the perfect time to pop by and see what's going on. So, with that being said, thank you so much for sticking around with me today and seeing the process of all of this. I'm actually super glad that everything turned out the way it did. I was very worried about the Kuih Lapis, but I was worried about the wrong thing. I was worried about it actually cooking and actually layering up correctly. I should have been worried about release. I thought it was just going to come out nice and easy, but we learned, we got there in the end, it's all good, it's all fine, it's all Dajo. Thank you to everybody who came by and had a chat with me today. It's great to have your company while I do these things. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the follows, all the subs, all the redeems, all the good stuff. And obviously, Nadine, thank you so much for dropping your community over and trusting with me. It's very much appreciated if you do so. Thank you for the stream and sharing your delicious cooking with us. Well, thank you for lurking, Space Dog. It's very much appreciated. I hope you've been doing well. I really do hope you've been doing well. But yeah, with that being said, take care of yourselves out there, stay safe, and let's go show some love to Drunk Cooking before they finish up. It was great to meet you too, Leah. It's very great to meet you too. So yeah, before we quickly go, Titch, plug the socials.
Here is TC's socials.
Just in case you want to drop by the Discord or see the VODs on YouTube or check me out on Instagram. Also on Twitter as well. There are all the links, boop, 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 over there. But yeah, stay awesome. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and let's go show some love to Drunk Cooking. Alrighty, catch you later.